We might so.
You're on.
Jeez, I guess I didn't even.
We shouldn't do that in front of the camera.
What's that?
You can do that.
Are you all set? Okay, it is 5:30, we'll call a meeting to order. I guess there's no public comments at this time. Police Department.
No, we have to, can we do an addition?
I want to add, we need to talk about access road mowing to the agenda, please. Is that okay with you
Under
guys?
new business.
Thank you. All right, so I guess Chief, you're up.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing.
So it's spelled my favorite.
There's two of those. There's one of the...
Thank you.
Christie?
Yeah.
Okay, so how's it going, Chief?
Good. You can see just a few arrests in July, a couple early in the month. Simple assault between co-workers of it, not Stratton employees, we're at a different company in the Stratton area. DUI arrest on Upper Taylor. And then more recently, the arrest for a violation of a peace prevention order, which is a continuing issue that we've dealt with over the last year or so. That kind of popped up again. Been busy with some medical calls and some crashes. We did have fairly serious, could have been a lot worse.
On the exit, on 11:30.
Vehicles, yeah, with some injuries there.
So how many other vehicles other than the tractor trailer? Two?
Two.
Okay, because there were people saying there's 4 or 5 cars, they're all involved, and I said, they probably stopped.
That's what happens.
But it just, I mean, it sounded, it was bad, and it could have been a lot worse.
Yes.
But,
Was when it flipped?
What's that?
Was it the one that flipped?
yes.
Yeah, yeah. And we're continuing that investigation. We just got some search warrants for the dash cam and that kind of thing, so we'll figure out exactly what happened. And if charges are warranted, we'll take care of it. Some updates. Sean is doing great, finishing up his training, his field training, and he's due to be by himself on Wednesday. A lot of experience, fits in well. I think he's going to be a good addition. National Night Out went great last night. It was nice to have the support of the select board as well. Nice seeing you guys there and chatting with you. Jake is away in Dallas at a Crimes Against Children conference, which offers, first of all, it's paid for with a grant from the Child Advocacy Center out of Bennington. And at the conference, there's specialized training in all crimes against children. So Jake has kind of gone down that avenue as our detective, and we're trying to get him as much advanced training as we can in those types of areas.
How long has he gone for?
He is back, I think it's a 4-day conference. He's back Friday, I believe. Yeah.
Cool.
That's all I got at this time.
So your equipment's all up to, do you need another cruiser this year?
No.
You got one
Yeah.
recently?
Yeah, if we do, it'll be towards the end. It'll be after the winter, into the spring, and
Okay.
we'll figure it out then, but I think we're good for now. Yeah.
Cool.
Snowmobiles are good.
We almost went on a 4-wheel drive call, and then Greg went and canceled us.
I know.
Then he ended up with 4 patients.
Yeah.
First he said there was 1. Then he well, we had 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whatever.
Thank you for following up with the dispatch number
Yeah.
as to why it wasn't working. and-
So is it working now?
I haven't called it today. It's up to our phone company.
I don't want to call it because
Yeah.
I don't
No.
like talking to the dispatchers.
Yeah. So I've left that other number, which will always work up, and we're still waiting to hear back from our phone service to
If we
to
can
get it
have it.
forwarded. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, I just think because that number is so easy and people,
No,
I mean, we've had it since before I
And
was
Manchester's
born.
is 362-2121.
Yeah.
That's how I remember. Yeah. What's that?
Yeah,
Everybody's was.
well, I was a little freaked out when they didn't answer,
Yeah.
like twice, and it was ringing and ringing,
Yeah.
and then I tried these two, and I was like, all right, they're not answering either. This is not okay. And Greg wasn't
Pretty sure.
answering.
I think everybody had caller ID.
You guys were in the basement. It's okay, I didn't take it personally.
So, just so you guys know, Derek said that you spoke with John and we don't need to do bars on windows.
Yeah, I think we're good with bars, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And there's one door that we're gonna just try to secure better, get it fixed on its hinge and put a kick plate on it.
Yep,
And hope that that will, well, if it does, it works, and if it doesn't, we'll go to the next.
sure. I think that'll be good, especially if we're considering other changes down the road, so.
Dan is planning to be here Monday to put in your, to replace those plates for your key fobs
Yep,
downstairs, and the other ones that are bothering, and the arm downstairs that's broken. They're gonna put that back on.
We may have to help him a little bit. We may have to estimate with him because he's,
Al's gonna help too.
Al's going to be
Yeah.
fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Do you, on a social media level, I know that you can stop people from messaging you. Do you want to have actually look into stopping comments on posts as well?
yeah, so.
I noticed a little bit of,
Yeah, we
Drama.
see, yeah, I think we can hide. We just have to make sure that, 'cause I think on government, Facebook pages, you just need to be careful of, you know, you don't want to silence comments.
Fair.
Anything
Just-
that's vulgar or,
Okay.
yeah, offensive, I think is probably where we'll take the
okay.
stand. Let me just make sure, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
And it would be
I just-
to remove comments when we don't like them, but I just want to make sure that.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure you knew about it,
Yeah,
and I'm constantly monitoring
we-
the transfer station, or the
Yeah.
highway and transfer
So I
station.
get a notification every time we get a comment or.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't think you can delete comments because they're public record. Might be different for you guys. And if you're gonna shut comments off, you have to shut them off in the beginning, not halfway through, right?
Yeah. Unless it's some kind of vulgar.
I mean, that's right.
Offensive, threatening.
Right.
Okay, if you're
Yeah.
looking at it, then that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that I just remembered it as we were sitting here, so.
Not everybody's a big fan of what we do. so.
It's fair, and I get that, I do, but it's also doesn't need to be.
No, I understand.
No.
Thank you.
You don't need to air your dirty laundry.
No,
everywhere.
I actually reached out to Ashley immediately, and she was already fully aware.
Okay, no, that's my only.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
And I thought last night was great. Good turnout at National Night Out.
It's a
Yeah.
very good turnout. Yeah, beautiful weather. Yeah, and thank you for your help as well.
Oh, you're welcome.
The face painter and the band.
I know, I had to shut it down. We would have been there all night with the face
I
painting.
know, the kids are still lining up. The dunk booth is a big hit too.
Yeah, that's a big hit.
Yeah,
That was Mavericks' favorite.
yeah.
Problem is, it's hard to find enough people to sit in it. I've been there before, and I
With the
would,
Bonneville Fair one.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I didn't mind it, actually.
And the thing is, where it was before, it would have been better to have it more in the midway, where we could have, because you get the right crowd, and they're like, I mean, when it was rescue squad people come up, I was going after them, and they were plunking down money that, oh, well, we're gonna do this. A few of them dug me, a few of them didn't. I said, oh, don't throw your shoulder out now, you're getting pretty old, you go. And then you have to, but no, it went quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that you on video, and somewhere in my records.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's,
For a
if
good
you can get
cause.
the right crowd there and wind them up a little bit and yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people willing to throw balls at you and try to dunk you. All right, we're good. That's it?
Perfect.
That's all you got. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
That hurt.
So, Public Safety Facility Committee update. Andrea, I finally got a hold of,
Josh?
no, I talked to Josh. He said, no, not my department.
Shannon Picklick.
No, I think Rebecca.
Becca.
But hold on. No,
No, that's
just give me just a second.
Okay.
I think I've got a meeting with her Monday, and I'm sorry I didn't consult with you, but that was when she said she could.
That's okay.
Who is this?
Becca. Oh,
Jessica Barcelo.
okay. That's floodplains. River
That's-
Corridors. River Corridors is Shannon Pitlick. I know that.
Well, they said I had talked to her. She called me back and I explained the situation. Oh, well, I can come over and look at it.
Okay.
So it's at 10 on Monday morning. That was her best time.
I have another appointment.
I understand, but it's not like we're going to be making any major decisions other than trying to talk her
Yeah,
into it.
honestly, it's gonna be a yes or no from her, to be frank.
So that's the only update we have at this time for
Well,
that.
we do need, for Jeff Goldstone, he sent a very detailed email summarizing our last meeting. So you can look at the minutes for all those details. But he would like a verbal notice to proceed from the select board to work with Caroline to craft an RFP for construction managers, which would then be brought on board to work with the designers through the process and come up with a better nailed down budget and keep refining the budget as we go, the estimate of construction. So he was looking for that notice to proceed, and then also looking for a notice to proceed to work on an RFP on their side for procuring civil services.
Okay. I think I would like to wait till Monday
Sure.
and at least get a read on this thing before, so we can say, oh, this is out of the question or whatever.
Okay.
I mean, if it was a few weeks away, it'd be different, but
Sure.
Monday, I would like to wait and talk to her first and get a little read on how that's going to go, and then I'll call you as soon as I knew you'd be here tonight,
Yeah.
so I didn't call you because I've been kind of busy today.
No, it's
Met
okay.
with
It's been-
three or four different contractors today, so.
I get it.
But anyway, so
Okay,
that's the status of it. We're, Monday morning, I'm supposed to be meeting with them down there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Municipal facility lease review.
So I sent an email with a option for the template that we would use. This one happens to be a copy based on the Community Arts Center,
Okay.
but we can use it for the other two. And I wanted to get your take on this format. I actually have a one-page format also. I have different, I'm ambivalent about this because I've
Have you guys had a chance to look at it? I have not.
Yes.
I can pass it around, you can just,
Well-
it's not, don't read it, it's just to get a sense of the, is this?
The format is what you're.
Yeah.
The format, if it
I
makes
thought the
sense.
one page was, it just didn't have any details.
Okay.
It was too short. The other one just lays things out in bullet points.
But we can go longer if you want. You could go 20, 25
That's
pages.
the
I don't think it's
government way.
necessary.
That's the government way.
Yeah. This has been rewritten for modern legal speak that is appropriate for now. This is not appropriate anymore for print. We wouldn't want anyone to sign something that, we're under and here under and whereas and all that.
Wherefore and who's how.
Yeah.
And Beth has already asked her to put a signature and
Yeah.
print name. on
I've
the
written
bottom.
it in the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking
Yeah,
at this
not
one,
in
but-
that one, but
Yep.
you're right. Actually,
So
I think because
do we-
it's
Because you
by.
couldn't see the signature
The
on
fine
that. Like,
title.
you would never, years down the road, you'd never know
So
who
that-
even signed that
so it doesn't
original
say
lease.
sign.
Right,
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of
So
like Allison.
do we want to fool that tonight or do we want to wait?
I think give everybody a chance to read it, make sure they're good with it, and then we can give Caroline the okay to tweak it.
As soon as
and-
you give me the okay, I can get those three done pretty
Yeah.
quickly, and we can.
Do we need to vote on that tonight or let everybody read it and
No, I would
email?
love to read it. I
Yeah.
was in New York until late last night.
No, I
getting
understand. I
ready
mean,
to
it's not really an emergency for tonight. I mean,
No.
is it okay if we all
Yeah,
take it and read it?
Absolutely.
And can we just advise you that we feel, if everyone feels it's okay, just let Caroline know and then let her run with it from there without a vote? Is that okay with everybody?
I'm good
Will
with
you
that.
please email us your condensed version? Yeah, you said
The
you-
one
the long-
pager?
The
Yeah.
one pager,
Yeah,
yeah, because I
so-
have the long version, I can see, but I'd love the condensed version to compare.
It's a little, I didn't want to
It's
send it
okay.
to you because I thought it was a little too, I showed it to Beth.
So is this one the one you're recommending to do, but this one is for if someone wants to use the community center not the community center, but like another organization?
No, this is for redoing the leases themselves
Yes.
that we have,
Yes.
you know, Laura sign and the fire.
Yes, I know that, but this is why the shorter one, I guess.
Both, because that was one of the options of legal modern
okay.
formats we could choose.
Oh,
So does this have word to all and here for and
No.
therefore?
No,
Okay,
it's rewritten
so they're both
legal
modern.
language.
It's just one is more in-depth than the other one.
Yes.
Okay.
so both for the same purpose?
Yes.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
so we could look at it and if you feel that it's okay or not, then just say so. And then if it's okay,
There's like nothing
we'll
in it.
give Caroline the go-ahead to
Doesn't
get it
weigh
ready. Is that okay with everybody?
Enough if you
It's fine
have,
by me.
is
Thank
the
you.
condensed one something that you can basically,
You're going to see it in a
I
minute.
know, but can you just put an addendum if you want to have details? Like
You could,
the
sure.
Addendum, blah, blah,
But I mean,
blah. Then
at
you-
a certain point, if the addenda are longer than,
Right, then
you know,
yeah,
that's why
that makes
I
sense.
feel that the middle one is probably the best one. It
Right.
has all the details for the community center in it.
Yep.
And all the leases.
All the leases
Yeah.
will be written, and that could be written in that format with like the firehouse would have their stuff in it, and the, what's the other one we have?
The library.
And the library would have the library stuff in it, but it would be this format exactly. And in fact, we would be saying more or less that all leases going from now on, if we have any
Right up until we
leases,
change them.
would be this.
Right up until we change them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if that's okay, we'll just let everybody take a look at it so that you have a chance to digest it.
I'm good with that.
Okay, so we'll
Thank you.
kind of,
Thank you for
we'll
doing
just
it.
kind of
Yeah,
table
thank
that
you.
for this, for now.
Chris,
Short-term,
I'll send that to you.
Yeah, that's
Excuse me.
fine.
I'll send that to you later.
Okay.
short-term rental, you got anything for tonight?
Short-term rentals, we have 116 licenses. Some of those are, some went to the graveyard and we have new ones. We have a few that are in process. We have some fines. Caroline drafted a complaint form because I don't think we need, the complaint form that's with the platform, I think we can have our own. I don't think we need to be
So
paying the $2,000.
you're saying that you might be able to do a program that you don't need this
I don't want
organization?
you to hold me to it, or
Well, I
Caroline.
mean, no,
Program is called
you-
Caroline Wallace.
Caroline, we were talking about, there is a database that we probably could make that might be as effective and would save the cost of the platforms we're using, especially now that we have,
The majority of them registered.
we have it, yeah, we have, the majority are registered, we have I have a really good take on how it works, you know, it's worth trying.
So,
It takes time to put it
we
together,
don't have-
but I think
We
it-
don't have a whole bunch of them that are not registered yet.
We probably do. I haven't caught up with everyone. I thought
Well-
I had about 5 of them, and it turned out that they were in Stratton, not in,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
Winhall.
But-
But I found another 5 that I'm now pursuing
Okay.
that were just over
So-
that line that were
So
advertising.
it's a constant thing, and there are people buying houses all the time and going into it.
Well, yeah, it's constant, and it's also a lot of people just asking questions still about the, you
Whether
now
they
have
can-
the
whether they
plus
wanna get
2
into it or
and-
not.
Well, and, you know, what do they have to do if they're gonna go over the 8 and, you know, the fire inspector and all this stuff, so, but it's, I mean, it's good. I mean, people are definitely getting registered, word is out. It's just I had to, like this week, I found another one that was online that had applied, had a license for 2 bedrooms, but they were advertising for 3, so they had to pay a fine. You have to add the 3rd bedroom, you know, if you're gonna be advertising for that, so it's, so yeah, it's just.
So you've got a much better handle on it than you had before.
Overall, but there are a lot of complaints. Well, you know the one, but there are a lot of complaints coming in because there are still people advertising more than they should. And they're going on to different websites. Like they're not just using VRBO and Airbnb and, you know, they're branching out. So
Is the monitoring site people, are they finding those, or is it you finding them usually?
I would say that it's primary, the ones that are not the typical platforms are coming to my attention either by my finding them or by somebody who is trying to
Is
rent
in
the
the
property,
business.
is in the business and is saying, hey, You know, they're sending it to
Okay.
me saying they're advertising for, 17 people and it shouldn't be, that kind of thing, so.
So they're not doing all the
So they're not doing, well, I mean, they are scraping the general big platforms, but they aren't getting some of the others. I mean, I screenshot now when I am on, social media, because there's things like advertise your Airbnb here, you'll get more, renters. And so there are other sites coming up, and there are private site, there's that Fabergé, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
They do their own site. And, yeah, there's one guy who I've been after him. He's paid a fine. You have to go again. Like, it's just this ongoing cat and mouse. But, I mean, it's at some point. And I have, that one outlier that keeps saying that they're just going to register. And I said, well, until you pay the big fine, you can't register. Like, we won't give you the license, because they were, anyway, but that's the one that had legal input to hold the ground on that one, so.
So then we had garbage complaint.
Yeah, and that's tomorrow. I've just got to check that, and if it's still there, they have a fine.
Okay.
Because I gave them.
But there's a system for that fine?
Yep.
Okay. I just went, I was informed of it as health officer, so I drove
Right.
up there and found all this stuff. And
Yep.
I didn't walk out through the woods. I found the two out in the woods besides the garbage in the yard.
Right.
So there's a bunch of stuff there.
Yeah.
But whatever.
There's
So you
also
can
an
let me know.
interesting one that I came up with recently. It's the first time I've seen it, but there was a renter who they were approved for 5 bedrooms and 8 guests, and then they did some modifications to their septic and said that they were approved to sleep 14. And I'm not sure how you go from 5 to 14. However, in our own ordinance, it's the gallonage, and if there is a state septic permit that says that 14 can sleep there, because the gallonage exists, then they can. So that is a valid,
So an engineer or somebody has to sign off on it?
It was an engineer. I spoke to the engineer.
Okay.
And then, so that got signed off, so now they're on to the step, because now you have to have, Joe
Now
Newton,
the-
the Vermont fire inspector, as soon as you
Yep.
go over 8, they've got to come do their thing, and that's a whole nother.
Process. But if it gets them up into that, they can definitely go for more money.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's, if they do the cards right, they can do it.
Yeah, that was just the first time that I've seen it in that way, where somebody took the time and the effort and made the investment to
And the
be
money.
able to, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so you'll have to advise us if you want to do something different.
We're gonna look at it. I did some reconnaissance. Caroline's familiar with the program that I found for building the database, which is great. And so I think I'm gonna give her some of the categories and how I think it would work well, and we'll see if we can, team building a database for the STR before we have to give 2 months if we were not gonna renew,
Okay, good.
so.
I guess Caroline, you have information on this homestead offer?
Yeah, I had a chat with Tammy. I told her about the complaints we had about the signs not being readable by mid-July. And she said, yeah, we were running late, but we don't have any end dates on the contract. And Christy said we're going to do that for next time. She was apologetic. She said she would be happy to. Right now, only 2 signs are regularly maintained,
Okay.
the Manchester one and the Rawsonville one, but she would be happy to do the Bromley one for us this month or next month for free.
Okay.
And then the contract will come up, and then maybe we can add some things.
Okay.
So if we give her the okay, she'll do that, and maybe we want to add Bromley for next year, I don't know.
We can add it later, but, so you've talked to her, we've come up with a workaround for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
So do we need a motion on that, or?
Yeah, you probably need to motion to give me permission to
I make
have her do
a
that.
motion to approve Caroline to move ahead with the homestead
Offer.
follow-up contract.
Okay,
A second.
motion made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Cool, thank you for taking care of that.
Thank you.
And please tell her thank you.
I did tell her that.
You had a nice meeting,
I had a
wasn't it?
very nice meeting.
Fine. It just, things, they got a lot going, and, yep, it's just one of those things. We dealt with it. All right, do we,
We can go have a little look at some of the.
well, should we hold off on that?
If you want to, sure.
Andrea's, I'm sure, here for us to talk about Winhall Hollow engineering bids. Have you guys had any time to look at that?
Yes.
They're here too, if
Yep.
anyone wants to grab.
Yeah. I read through them. Very thorough reading.
I plugged them into chat and I said, tell me what's going on.
Okay, yeah. So does anyone have any feeling on that? And I'll ask you for comments too. I just,
No, I'm good.
I'll get the conversation started.
I don't need to give any comments.
So,
Okay.
I have a question without the conversation really starting. Is the proposal that came from your company, is it as tight as it can be in terms of the cost associated with it?
I'll offer this, that we would love to have a sit-down meeting with you all, with everybody, with the other bid attendees not here and not having officially warned a meeting with all the attendees.
I'm not leaving over just a
Answering very
minute.
specific questions. But that said, if you narrow down the scope of the RFP, you would see the budget narrow as well.
thank you for that very
Yeah.
honest answer.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, this is Spencer's?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sorry. There's a lot to look at, lot of different plans and,
Yeah.
oh, if I'd opened the, okay.
So, what do you guys want to do? Do we want to?
Well, we should ask Trevor what he wants to do. First of all, I think it might be worth sitting down because it's such a big job with each of the different.
I would suggest you do it the next meeting.
Just sit down.
Because of the timelines, Andrew, right? I mean, because everybody's in there saying they're October, November before they get wrapped up with the borings. And
Yeah, it's tight schedule.
yeah, and that's why if you're not going to discuss it, I would definitely have it on for the next meeting. I wouldn't wait
So
on it.
are we going to ask a representative to come from each company?
I think we should. I think that's a fair thing to do.
Somebody who can, use a pencil if they need.
Oh, yeah, I mean, because I got questions on all of them. I mean, it was fun.
They're all very informational. They're all good proposals.
So we'll just keep these numbers quiet then for now.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm okay with adding it to the next meeting.
I mean,
After everybody gets to
would that work for you?
thoroughly read it.
It's up to you guys how you want to do it.
Well, I mean, it's a big, we don't normally do engineering studies, as you know. And this is a bigger job than normal. As we don't normally bid out bridges, which is basically what it is. I didn't realize it was so far down to that brook.
big hole.
It's a long ways
I
down
went
there.
over it the other day
Must be
and I looked a
30
little bit closer to the
Must be 30
middle.
plus feet down there, isn't it?
It might be.
It's quite a ways. It's not,
But that's my suggestion. If you're going to not discuss it tonight, I would definitely not wait till after the next meeting because
oh, no.
it's such a tight.
No, we have to, I mean, do we want to have a special meeting and just discuss that?
We'll ask Julie, because she loves special meetings.
I have a real issue with everybody's ass being on fire for more and more meetings. That's not how municipal governments work. It's
Okay.
done at meetings. And I work more than full-time.
Okay.
So
All right, so
I just think we can do this.
So should we ask Caroline to ask each of these 3 companies to have a representative present at the next meeting? And we're going to have to dedicate at least an hour to it.
I would rather do that, yes.
Okay?
Because
Is that
then-
okay with everyone?
Yes.
So in 1 hour, you want three presentations or 3 groups coming in?
It's not going to be
Or 3
presentations.
hours?
We're going to have all the people, I believe we're going to have all the people in the room at the same time.
Yes.
But this isn't bring one in, send one out, bring one in. This is everybody in the room, and we'll say, okay, Otter Creek, give us your scenario. And I'm, as
MSK and
MSK and then.
well, MSK, I can pronounce that one. I'm not sure how to say the other one. Andrea's firm. So I guess we probably better do that. I'm sorry, but I think it's,
I think that's a good idea, because like I said, because there's so many questions.
I read through them briefly the other day. I spent an hour between the three of them, and then I said, wait a minute, was this one this one? Was this one this one? Was that one that one? And
It's a lot.
there's a lot of information here from everyone.
Is it?
And I think,
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
excuse me.
No, I thought you paused. Go ahead.
I caught my breath. So I believe that all of the firms are very capable of doing what we want to do. We just have to decide and pick one to do it. So I guess we're going to ask Caroline to contact all of you three agencies to come have someone come and we'll talk about them. Okay?
Is it pronounced Kesselring?
Yes.
Okay,
So just
so
to be clear,
Edmund and Kesselring.
One meeting with 3 reps from each.
At our next scheduled,
At the next.
Scheduled-
agenda.
They should send somebody who is prepared to possibly, to answer questions and potentially tweak their bottom line.
she sounds like Ted Friedman, I said to Sprague.
Do you mean tweak it because we
There might
pull
be a
things
change, if
out
something
or
might
add
changes,
changes?
yeah, something so that we're in the apples to apples and we make sure that everything is,
The problem is we can't really negotiate
yeah.
with
Can't
one company,
we can't-
unless we say, okay, all three of you, how much can you knock off this deal?
Right.
And I don't think we can really negotiate it much.
I think boy, I understand it. I mean, it'd be better just to have them explain, okay, this is why I'm at this number, that's why I'm at this one, and then you guys as a board would decide
Okay,
X, Y, and Z.
right,
I think it would kind of muddy it, my thought, if you tried to get them to
right. Let's
change
say,
the
yeah.
numbers.
Well, and after everybody reads through it, I mean, I definitely had a couple questions about, different things that I didn't thoroughly understand, even though I was at the pre-bid, so I would enjoy a chance to just
Okay.
ask a couple of simple
All right,
questions.
so we are going to table this till the next meeting?
Yes.
Is that the right terminology for that? Caroline, you will put that back on the agenda, and you will please reach out to the three agencies and ask for someone to be here.
Thank you, Andrea, for coming
Thank you.
tonight.
Thank you very
Thank you,
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it. And I waved to you as your child was running by, and then I realized it was you chasing him. I kind of said, "Where's he?" And then I saw you, as I didn't have a chance.
He loves running into parking lots. That's like his favorite.
Okay, so I didn't really have a chance to talk to you, but I did.
I saw you.
That was her as she ran by.
Flash now,
So okay,
think they're Caroline.
thank you.
Thank you all. Have a
Yeah, good night.
Are these yours, Caroline, these copies?
Yes.
All right.
Can
Air-
You can have it.
Errors and omissions for Liberty property adjustment. What's that about?
Okay, so,
Yeah.
We're on to errors and omissions for Liberty property adjustment.
so Doug has asked us to approve and sign this. Nimrick had a house on a vacant piece of property, shouldn't have had it on. So they had to fix these two out on Twin Farms Road.
they had it as having a house?
Yes, and
And
it
it had
really,
no house?
correct, and it should have been on the next lot, but it was, the way it was set up, it's like really close.
So there is actually a house?
Yes.
On one of the
Yes.
lots.
Yep.
On one of the lots, not the other, not the
Got
other.
it, I got it, but I just thought they were like, there's a house, and there was no
Yeah,
house.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
so it's, Liberte changed from 193,900 to 1,759,800. Pappas changed from 1,829,900 to 256,400. So it just went back to being a vacant lot. So I would make the motion to.
so this is, Doug approved these figures.
Both listers, Caroline and Doug approved this E&O, and yes, he
Okay.
approved it with Nimrick.
Okay,
So I would make a motion that we sign this.
A second.
okay, so the motion for the errors and omissions on the Liberty property adjustment as recommended by the listers. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It only has 3 spaces on here, so we're gonna have to fit things in. I'm gonna adjust this a little.
I thought that, I didn't realize there was a house. I was thinking, were they not going places? That I
No,
thought that-
it was so close in the way the 911 numbers are set
It
up.
totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Where am I signing?
I mean, I've made space here. Somebody's gonna have to go just underneath on that line.
Yeah, just crowd them in.
We do it all the time on
2
access
people.
permits.
Yeah, but we've got,
On the access permits, the old ones.
yeah, because they're still out there floating. I don't know if people have them saved on their computer or what.
Yeah. If that's the worst, we gotta put up.
I'm
doing
good with
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
We can
I'll just initial that.
we can deal with it. Please, thank you. Okay, all right, so that's,
Perfect.
and you need that back.
Yep, I've got to
Beth has
record
that,
it.
so, all right.
So I'll now record that and then it'll become part of the permanent record.
911 coordinator? Do we want to deal
So
with that?
Ashley has done some research. I suggested that she reach out to the state for training because she hasn't, that has not happened yet. So she's just going to take it upon herself. Caroline has sent a letter on her behalf saying that we did approve this position for her. I don't remember the date that we did that. But you sent that in to, I think it was Nancy,
Was it Monday or Friday?
maybe Friday. So they're gonna work directly with Ashley, get her trained up, teach her everything she needs to know. I don't have any outstanding ones right now except for some really old stuff, like at cemeteries and little changes. So I'll give that to her first to fix. So I'd like to make a motion for her to go ahead and work with the state to get this training. Also in that motion, I would like to give her the full salary from the budget, which would remove it from the previous 911 coordinator's salary.
It's 1,500 or 1,600 now.
I think it's 16.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Ashley's has scheduled training with the state to become trained as a 911 coordinator and to switch it so that she is getting to pay for that job. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was waiting for that question.
Oh, okay. You made the motion?
I did.
I seconded.
And did you second it?
No, Christie seconded it. I was waiting for any other comment.
Okay, are there any other comments? Well, I thought you
No,
were just raring to go.
I am,
Okay,
but
go
I was
for
letting
it.
you get your spiel out first. We had previously approved Ashley to take this position.
Correct.
I just want to clarify the training has not happened through the previous.
That is
Okay,
correct. Even
I'm
though
just trying to.
she requested over the last 4 weeks and she's still at a standstill, so I
I just want to make sure that I have it right in my head
Yes.
before.
Yep.
Okay,
So she has
Yep.
gone on to the state agency to train her.
I appreciate her doing
Right,
that.
because I suggested it mainly because I was doing it prior to the
Right.
other person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I had to do to get
Yep.
trained because there was no one.
I just wanted to clarify, you know, I like to
Very good
know
question.
all the things.
Yep. So so the motion has been made and seconded. Is there any other discussion? No, that's all the questions you had?
This
On
time,
that?
yes.
Okay, very good. So, if any other discussion, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Unanimous? Okay. Budget request, is that you?
That's me.
Okay,
Yep.
what you got going?
So I have spoken to, a few things. Finally heard from Ray Walker. He has had guys here a few times, which has been helpful.
The weather hasn't
And then
helped much.
The weather has not helped much. In the process of all of this and looking at the back, as you know, we got rid of the stairs, so that was good. I received numbers, catch-up numbers from them. I have some questions, but I haven't been able to reach him. There are some extras. Basically, the numbers are higher than what would be expected for the contract price, which probably isn't a total surprise, but
Well, that was a pretty loose contract.
yep, it was a pretty loose contract. And the current facilities reserve fund has $88,000 in it. And that is going to lose about $11,000 toward the 4-bay furnace. Another $1,600 for the cement steps.
Is this before this year's appropriation?
Yes. it
Okay,
is
so we
before
have
this year. So we have
88, and we
yeah,
got 50 more coming in.
50 more coming in.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
However, there's enough that's gonna probably eat between, Ray's number, like if Ray's number holds, we have 88 and we owe them 128. I'm challenging a few pieces of that, but it'll take a little bit to figure out how that's gonna play out. And also, that does not include have you guys been in the back? Have you seen the back at all? Okay, so in the back, there are 3.
Exterior and-
Exterior.
okay.
So when you go up the stairs, so there are 3.
No, don't go up the stairs now.
No, not these stairs, the
Because those are
downstairs
disappearing.
stairs, those are gone.
But it is blocked off, so you can't
Yeah,
use those
Can't get out
anymore.
the door anymore. But there are 3 condensers for the mini splits on the back, and they are all 13 or 14 years old. It's a mess out there, actually. Deb, we got a price point to put a mini split in her office, which is just shy of $6,000. To take these old ones off, set them down, do the siding and put them back up is another between $3,000 and $6,000, and no guarantee that they will run again. So I said, well, what if you just do 1 condenser? Like, where do we get? And basically we get to just under $20,000, including 3 new units with 12-year warranties, or one condenser that's a new condenser, so it's got a 12-year warranty that runs the 3 units plus takes care of a unit in Deb's office. So that would make, and it would be on a snow fence, or sorry.
It wouldn't be
snow stand.
attached to the building
It wouldn't be
anymore.
attached to the building anymore. It would clean things up a lot. They would also put a snow stand on the one that cools the utility room, and there's one out on the other side of PD that's screwed into cement blocks,
So-
basically. So it does have a pad. They would take care of that one.
Is that price with new heads or just the compressor?
The compressor and it's right here, if you want to skim it.
So,
Yeah, it's good.
so in other words, it would be complete new units.
Yeah.
It's not just replacing the compressor and using the old heads like this.
Right.
So it would be
I believe-
replacing.
Yeah, you should
Okay.
double check it, but I believe
That's what I
it's the
thought.
new- yeah,
And
that's what
I thought is what you said, but I just wanted to make sure.
And this is Walker doing all.
No,
No.
this is Jeffers doing this.
Okay.
And Jeffers, they're working on a bunch of different things. Anyway, I talked to Deb. I asked what she would think if we were to
It
ask.
appears to me there'd be all new units.
Yeah.
Inside and
Yeah.
out, but one big compressor outside.
To get a request from the General Reserve Fund, which has $385,000 in it. I said, anyway, I'd like to request $35,000 from the General Reserve Fund. She said, go high. So that's why I'm going a little high, because there's also
That will include labor, that price? No, yes.
that'll, for all of
Installed.
this.
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
installed, yeah, that'll include that, it'll include the electrician's role in that, it'll
Okay.
include, yes, definitely, and it includes the
Then we won't be
IT heat
reattaching
room
them to the
pump.
new siding.
Right.
That is gonna be
No.
brand new instead of start drilling holes through it and have.
And it includes removing the cement blocks and putting that heat pump on a 18-inch snow stand out on that end.
And that will get everything like.
That will get everything in that department, if you will, cleaned up.
There's still a compressor out front for the stuff in the
Two of
town clerk's office.
Two of them.
Two of them, okay.
Those are
Doesn't do
good.
anything with those,
Yeah, those are
but
good.
since we gotta take
So I
these
have
off
to
the
check
wall.
everything.
And those aren't attached.
The
No.
one out is on a snow stand. It's done correctly, is basically.
I think we should do it.
Yeah, my fear is, I mean, we take those off and then we get them back on and they don't work.
Well,
That was
That's-
his.
that's a problem.
he was also talking reclaiming the refrigerant, taking them off, letting them do the stuff, then bolting them back up, recharging them, and then see if they work.
I
But
wasn't sure because of the age.
and that was a fair amount of money to discharge them,
No, I know. yeah.
take them off, put them back on, and recharge them, and then this would have one big unit. If one fails, they all fail.
Yeah.
But
But it runs all four in the back so that it is the one unit. It might be right up to where the window level is, which I don't think is a problem right outside of the little office there. But it definitely cleans things up.
Okay, my only question is this all on the town clerk's side? You were talking about one on the police side. What happens when or if we choose to make additions or changes to their side? Are we gonna have to move it again?
So the one that's on the police side, basically that one is.
And that one's on the
So
snow
it's
fence.
sitting on, it's
Snow.
sitting on, if you go look at it, if you don't mind, but it's sitting on cement blocks, screwed to cement blocks.
Right.
On the ground, but there's a pad right there.
Which-
So it's $1,250 to get rid of the cement blocks, put it on a snow stand.
Okay, so it's not- okay.
It's not.
I was thinking that the whole
Right.
unit would be in the way. Okay, that's,
But that's the one out there.
Yeah, outside of the
Okay,
garage.
that's the one out by the garage doors.
right, but you said
Okay.
that was being replaced as well, or
No.
just
Just
moved?
change to
Okay,
the snow
got it,
stand.
all right.
So that
Right,
it's
because
like.
Okay.
there are 3 out there now that have
Okay.
separate
Yep,
compressor units, but we feel that, for one, we may not be as bad off in Debbie's office now because we got the furnace shut off.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we went down when the VLCT insurance man came, and I walked in, and I've walked into the room, whoa, it's like 100 degrees in here, and the furnace is running, steady. I said, what's going on? And we talked it over, so Christie got a hold of Jeffers, and he came in today, and I went down and talked it over with him, and we went all over it. And there was a setting in the furnace that had it sitting there running constantly at 186 degrees, just
Oh, my God.
sitting there running.
wow.
So now it is shut off.
For years.
Now, in the winter, it will have to be back on, of
Well,
course.
clearly, but
But it was sitting there,
186.
warming water into the hot water tank.
yeah,
That is an indirect fired one. And he said, oh, I've readjusted that, and that doesn't do that anymore. I said, oh, thank you very much.
awesome.
So we have, but still, it'd be nice to have Debbie be able to change the temperature in her room as she wants it. If she wants it warmer, let her get it warmer.
Yeah.
I want to keep her happy.
The other thing that I did, just because I was having conversations back and forth, but I did get a price for the library to install a wall-hung 2.5 gallon, 120 volt water heater adjacent to the existing lavatory. And that would be, it would include code-required lead-free mixing valve piping. The only thing it doesn't include is the ground fault, but it's $1,250 because there's no hot water at the library for hand washing or anything. So it's a thought, it's like it's a simple, but that's wrapped in.
They should have hot water.
Yes.
They don't need enough hot water to take a shower.
No,
But if they have enough to take the, or if they wash in a coffee cup or whatever, they should have enough hot water to do that. I mean, we've just spent for a new roof, and the building's in nice shape. I didn't realize it didn't have hot water, but I think it should have hot water.
Well, yeah, because sometimes they have food functions over there.
Right.
So it's important people come, like,
Yeah.
thoroughly
Yeah,
wash their hands.
So I'd like to make a motion that you guys, that the select board please approve $35,000.
Is that enough?
From the general reserve fund. I sure hope so.
Okay,
I think
well,
it's, you know,
we've got a lot of
I'm trying.
projects
There's
going.
A lot of projects going, and
But we're getting stuff cleaned up that hopefully we don't have to deal with again, because there were some malfunction in the
Right.
system.
I will, oops, I'm sorry.
So are we moving the money from the general reserve fund to the facilities reserve fund? So if we don't use it all, it's there for whatever other little
We will
thing
do whatever
pops
Deb
up?
wants us to do. I
Okay.
don't know. I think she will, if I had to guess, I would say we will tap down the facilities and then, but we know that we have that extra 35 from the general reserve, or you know what? Let's ask her.
No,
Minutes.
let her,
I'll just-
I
no, I'll
would,
text her.
She's really tired.
I know, she
Okay.
said she's here if you need a.
Oh, she is? Okay. I'm okay with it. I think I mean, obviously, there's a lot of things that haven't been taken care of that we need to take care of. Plus, that would also take care of your electrician with the gas pump issue and the generator up at the 4-bay.
was that included in your estimate?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Was that included in your estimate for the work we have to have done at the 4-bay garage?
With
Which
the,
work?
with the generator switch so that the gas pump comes on automatically instead
I can't
of
imagine
flipping
that's
something.
going to be terribly expensive.
I
but it's
don't
not.
either. I think it's I think he's gonna have to do a little bit of work there, but it's not huge money.
Right.
So
Also-
at the town garage, when the generator comes on, the town garage there are certain things that are electrified, and then there's energy that goes over to the fuel pumps. But it was put into an old control for a fuel pump, for a generator system, that you had to wheel the generator out, plug it in, and go in and flip a switch. And now you still have to go and flip a switch. I have been here for quite a few years and filled a lot of fire trucks and a lot of cruisers and stuff, and I didn't know you had to do that. I just found it out in their inspection phase the other day. He said, oh, you know about that. I know, I didn't know about that. I got a feeling you probably know about it, don't you?
I've never pulled the switch.
Okay, you've never had to fill up when the power's off.
Well, I was gonna say, it's usually like the tooth fairy.
So anyways, it should be correct. Because you guys have a bunch of people, our fire department, if we send a truck up here to fill up, they shouldn't have, oh, where do we find this switch to turn it on? I want it to, the system is capable of it, it just has to be rewired to make it
Well,
work.
that's 5 minutes that you could be getting to a scene instead of fudging around with the switch.
I mean, because, the pump doesn't work, so what do? So
Yeah.
we go to 7-Eleven and buy fuel
And then-
when.
And they don't have power.
Well,
Yeah.
right, but anyways, I really think we need that fixed. That should,
Oh, I
that's,
agree 100%.
it just, I mean, I thought I knew a lot about what happened up there, but obviously I didn't. So, huh?
You learn it.
Yeah, well, we're gonna, so anyways.
We just need to fix the things that are not functioning properly
Well, and that's,
I have quite
or
the list.
safely.
again, a simple thing that could save,
Somebody's life or
yes,
house.
somebody's life. or
I mean, if your cruiser's setting up there and they can't get fuel and everybody else at a scene and he's gonna run out of fuel, that's no help. So
Wow.
we've had a lot of discussion about that. You've asked for some money, which you think is
I
gonna
have-
cover.
And I do have a list here for, like I have a Southworth list, electrical stuff going. I have a list going, and just I want to make sure that you get a chance.
Were you firstborn?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
Because my wife was firstborn. She loves lists. I'm lastborn. I don't want to know nothing about a list.
I was hacked.
But anyways, huh? So anyways, is there any other discussion about this? Do you guys have any
No,
problem with that?
We didn't second, so I'll second it and then we
Okay.
can pass.
Okay, the motion been made and second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay?
Thank you.
Get everything
I'm not,
fixed.
Well-
not exactly sure how it works. Deb will talk to the auditor.
Deb
and
she'll work it out. And we won't get all this stuff fixed in the next week or two, but at least we have a plan that we can go and get this stuff up to date and get it done, and hopefully we don't have to deal with it for many years.
Yep. I do
Okay.
have a question. Do you guys remember, because I do remember talking at one point about, with, Walker Industries, the roof trim was a question mark. Did we go
We
ahead?
gave him the okay to put the roof trim on.
But
They
it's
had
not
to,
completed.
they had to do something under the bottom shingle. They
Yep.
had to lift it and put something up so that it came further away from the building.
Okay.
Like an add-on.
Okay.
That because we're not going to have gutters anymore, because gutters fill up with water in the winter and freeze
Right.
and are absolutely useless, and it rots the building out. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's in the minutes, that would have been several months ago.
Yeah, I thought he was also putting some kind of snow shield, the black stuff up kind of under there as well, along with that extension, to make sure we didn't get any backup,
I feel like that was definitely a thing.
right? That
Yeah,
snow
there's
shield.
something like that,
Yeah.
and it was when he was here, so it would have been at a meeting
okay.
when
That he was present.
when he was present, because we talked about it, because we said, we don't want any
Do you want me to pull it up?
It's okay, I'll end up talking.
when you get a
to him,
chance, you can find it, but it's at a meeting that Ray Reed was at.
The one thing we didn't do, Christie, that was in here is, there was the option, I think it was like, I don't know, so it was over 50 grand to replace the roof.
Right.
But we felt we didn't need to
Need that.
because I
Yeah, we
pulled
didn't.
out the manual and it's good. That's why he decided to do the lift instead.
Right, and then we have a whole bunch of painting on here that I don't recall it, but I don't think it's been done yet, so I'll ask
No.
him about that as well.
Because apparently we have to caulk around every window, door,
Every corner.
every corner,
All the siding.
yeah,
That
around all
wasn't
this.
included?
No, apparently
Well,
not.
Well,
it
I think
was a
that
very
if you're
loose-
putting siding on, you should factor that in, like, so I've pushed
I mean, I don't know nothing
back.
about siding, don't get me wrong.
And new
but-
windows. I mean, you did both,
It was
so.
kind of a vague
Yeah, oh, I know.
thing.
And then obviously we've got the front porches to paint because those are all like real wood. And out back, So-
We got to get the majority of the building done first, and
Well,
then we'll clean up the
Having the condenser, having this conversation will help, because it can
move things.
move things. Things can move ahead with a
What's the
little bit
cement?
more. What's that? The cement work is on the list.
In the
That'll be,
front?
yeah.
That's a different
They gave us an outside date that it'll be done by, and so hopefully they'll get here sooner. But they know we were, I text once in a while, like,
So it won't be before Tuesday.
No.
it will not be.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Heather's and get a couple little potted plants so I can cover up the scary areas where the screws are sticking up, because
Throttle it down a little bit. So
yeah, so we have because we have the election on Tuesday, and I don't want anybody to fall out there. That would be really bad,
yeah.
especially since we know that we have a problem.
Right.
And what's his name, that came for the inspection? Wade asked when we were fixing that.
I mean, we had a lot of the stuff on the list, but I mean, like the railing at the community center, that's in bad shape. I believe that Will is back now, and I think that he's,
I'm meeting with him on Monday.
Great.
so that's going to happen rather quickly. So
When you meet-
we got a lot of, well, speaking of the community center,
Oh, good. All right. I just want one thing before I forget. Will you have him look at putting some kind of safety braces under that air conditioner before it comes out of the window and kills somebody? Great, because the new air conditioner's like hanging.
That was my next question, is have they been put in?
One.
Okay.
It was what she said. I spoke to her today, and she said that, I mean, obviously it hasn't been super tested like we were
Fair,
earlier in the
yeah.
summer, but so far it seems like it's working well. It's just a little a little bit of nervousness about how it's setting there.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah,
now,
fair.
I'm waiting for did I talk about gas last time?
Yes.
About the depth of the
Yes.
gas line?
Yes.
I have talked to Blue Flame because they had offered a couple of years ago, and I said, well, we've got one supplier, and we go with them. So, but come to find out, the tank isn't on our ground, on our property. So they have, Blue Flame has a tank in the ground that they supply the hardware store and the restaurant separately. They have offered to, I don't have prices yet, I was hoping I'd have them for tonight, I called them twice today, because one of the concerns of Wade was that the regulator is setting under the eaves where it drips all the way from this roof down to this thing. He says, that really isn't a good idea. I don't know that he put it in the report, but we talked about it at great length. So they're proposing to take that regulator off, pipe along the building, go under the porch, come out, put the regulator out here where there's no eave drip, and hook to the tank that is at the hardware store and the restaurant, and put a meter on it. So we know exactly what we use, and they send us a bill for the gallonage we used monthly or whatever.
that the restaurant does?
No. What the community center uses.
Oh.
So he has 2 meters, he has 2 meters on it now, one for the hardware store and one for the restaurant. And he would put another meter on at our building, and they would read it when they read them, and send us a bill for what gas, propane we use. And it would clean it up and get rid of a potential problem. Because there's a 1,000-gallon tank underground, then we could remove the tank that is not on our property.
Right.
Okay? I don't have a price yet. I will get one soon. We may wait until the next meeting to do that. But when the crew was here from the community center, they were concerned about the concrete pad in front of the handicap ramp. It's all deteriorated probably from salt usage, etc. We talked it over, Trevor and I went and looked at it, and I met with one of Hunter's paving guy for $850. If we take the pad out, they would regrade it, and they would pave from the handicap ramp over almost to the building and across in front of the steps and back at 15, 20 feet wide, so that there'd be pavement in front of the building, going up the steps and to the handicap ramp.
Was there an electrical cord that was an issue as well?
We have a whole bunch of electrical cords that have to be taken out,
Okay.
but we gotta get a quote from Southworth on what it's gonna
Yeah,
do
no, I just
to
remembered
get
that.
some electricity outside the building.
Right.
Because right now there are cords everywhere.
Dangling
Right.
everywhere. There's
Well, the
phone
cord-
cords.
Well, the cord
there's-
she's talking about is when it goes to the food shelf.
Yes, correct.
Well, that's, but we aren't gonna, but you would be digging from the building if we do this. Your equipment would be coming from the corner of the building and then over to the tank. That wouldn't disrupt that cord for now.
Well, what she's saying is when they prep for the paving and stuff, that cord that goes to the food shelf will have to come out.
Where's the cord come from? All the way up by the regulator? Is
I
that
don't
the
know. I
yellow
don't-
one we saw?
It's under the porch and they've got it run in.
That's that yellow one we saw.
Yeah.
So we should just,
Well,
we should dig and put in
well,
conduit and be done
Well,
with
they're
it.
planning on putting in a new building.
By the way,
I don't, how can they? They're like right on the line.
We're gonna have to figure out exactly where the line is. And Daryl seems to know where the pins are. He says they're
He just had
below
a
grade
survey.
right now.
You just had a survey.
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
on the whole property.
So we'll, so we can figure out exactly where it is and go from there to get it cleaned up so that, because, now, then there's another thing, not that we have to do anything with it right now. The water comes from Avison's, from an agreement 35, 40 years ago. So,
There's a river right
Bill-
there that can take buckets. Right? There's a river right there that can take
yeah,
buckets.
so Bill Avison allowed us to hook to his well, so we supply the water for the community center, which hasn't been a major problem. If Steve sells, it might become.
And we don't pay him anything.
We don't.
Maintenance.
We did split
Pump.
a little bit. He had to put a new pump in,
Yeah.
and I think we paid half of it or whatever. It's an agreement, but it's a rather informal agreement, and so far it's been okay. We don't have to do anything right now,
Comes from their well.
but it does.
Out by that road.
Just for information, so
Cedar
that you know the rest of the story. But, because we don't own that whole parking lot by any means.
What's in the food shelf right now that is plugged in? Is there a refrigerator in there?
There's a small refrigerator in there.
okay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it was that or a light.
I know in the winter they have a heater in there.
I think-
So maybe for the meantime with the paving, we just unplug the cord for now.
I'll check on what they have in it
Yeah,
and see
okay.
if we can disable that for now so we don't get in
Temporarily.
trouble with that.
Yeah, that was my only concern
Yeah.
is I just, you
Because
know,
we can run the new line, if we run a line to that food shelf, we could run her outside of.
The pavement, yeah.
So anyways, that's something that I think would clean up some of that mess. You know, I don't think it's gonna be a huge job for you guys to take that.
No, like I told you earlier, I don't think there's any rebar or anything in there when we did that. The only thing is it goes up underneath the ramp.
Go right to
Could
the
just
end.
cut
Well, I'm just gonna go get a Hilti
Yep,
just
yep,
cut right across it.
yep.
So, is that okay if we do that, or do you want a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve you to move ahead with the propane line into the shared.
I haven't got a price on that. If it comes in
Okay.
reasonable, I'll let everybody know. I won't
Okay.
do that one, but as far as
Getting the pad out.
right, because we won't have to dig it
I
up.
haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
Do we need we don't
I
need
need
a motion for
motion or
that?
not?
Do you want a motion for it? I make a motion to have Trevor remove the pad underneath the handicap ramp so we can prepare for the paving.
I second, I guess.
Motion was made and seconded to have Trevor remove the pad and get it, and fill it back in enough until we get it.
At the community center.
Okay, yes, at the community center.
Yeah, I'll just have to get the Hilti from Brown and stuff, but you're
Okay.
talking.
Any other discussion?
No.
All in favor, say aye.
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 So we do want a motion on the paving as well?
Sure.
Okay, so I would make a motion to go ahead with the paving through Hunter's.
After we get the gas situation alleviated, because right now we've got a gas line under there.
Right.
I want the gas line shut off before
Okay.
we do that, but I got a feeling on it because him and his boss there and looked at it, but I haven't gotten that price yet.
Okay.
I will advise everyone on, if they're selling us gas now, they might do the piping for free.
Right.
So that's a possibility.
And it might lead into something else, I mean, because you do have like the big garage is propane, and there's propane here and the library.
So anyways, okay, if we could get
So, I'll
a
second.
motion for
She
the,
motioned,
motion for
so I'll
the
second.
paving. Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. That will clean up the dirt going into the building tremendously because there's sand all over
Oh, it's terrible.
the stairs because they're standing in sand.
You are putting reclaimed asphalt. This is a different
No,
subject.
I know,
maybe.
it's on Old Beaver Pond Road.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Deep Woods,
Yep,
sorry.
Yep, no, I'm sorry, I hadn't gotten to
No,
that
that's
yet.
fine. I just had a constituent reach out to me a couple times that it's now looking like a partially paved road and it's, There-
They had conversations with Kenny down there the day he was with the grader. They're very upset.
yes.
The reason behind it is roads like that don't have a lot of traffic, that don't get a lot of material. We had the excess wrap. We've done quite a few roads now with that stuff. Once we do them, we typically don't touch them for a couple more years. They hold up really well.
And the odor should go away rather quickly.
What about, so because you have to sand and salt differently depending on materials, if it's half asphalt and half gravel, are we gonna run into the same
Nope.
issues
Nope.
that we have?
No, it's just, it would still get sand, but, like Kenny had told the lady that, if this was really a true issue, we could just take a couple loads of gravel, skim up over the top of it. This is not the end of the world.
It holds
But it just holds.
the heavy rains better. Like, remember how we were concerned about the parking lot at the community center because somebody started coming, oh my God, they're paving it. Well, no, it was the material that we ground off from Winhall Hollow Road.
Right.
And we put down there because when it rained so hard, it would run through and create a ditch in the driveway, and then it would go down and fill the manhole up that is ours, and then run sand out into the road.
So what it is that it doesn't have to be graded as often?
Correct. That road doesn't get much attention anyway, because it's kind of one of those roads that if we didn't have to maintain it, we'd love it. Because, and this kind of touches in the conversation I've had recently with the culverts. Like all the culverts on the driveways have failed, and they're all crushed, sit at the top of the road. So we don't spend a lot of time down there, and it was just a situation where I had some extra material, and I was just gonna try to dress it up a little bit, and then like I said, if she's really, it's not that big a deal, we could take some gravel down there and just cover it over if it would help her a little bit. But it's just gonna be a situation where we'll end up having to go down a couple times a year, grade it again.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Why would we spend more money and then spend more money?
Right.
And I know that this stuff, it's like a binder, it tightens up, especially even during mud season, so
Right, no, I
it's
get
less
that.
mud and,
I mean, I just don't know what else to tell her. I mean, we've done Chad, Carroll, parts of Amidon Road, we've done Short Road, Chandelin Road, parts of Upper French Hollow.
And we do some of our ditches or shoulders with it, because if you put crushed gravel on the shoulders and it rains and it washes off, it just washes the gravel away. This stuff will bind up and hold the shoulder a lot better. So we used a lot of it. That's what we used on
And
Winhall
actually,
Hollow.
Winhall Hollow Road, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And we've actually go down onto Deep Woods, and the corner going down through the chicane, we call it, the bobsled run. We actually hauled a bunch down to that corner, because that corner's a tricky corner. It rains and it always washes out, so we built that up with this stuff too to help hold it. It's just a
It's a byproduct of our what we're doing.
Yep.
And we've been trying to use it to help solve some of the issues on some of the roads. And I'm sorry that she's upset. Well, I think the odor will go away very quickly.
It will.
Because
Okay.
now that it has been placed
Yeah.
and has cooled down, because once it cools down, you can't move it with a shovel. You're talking a machine to move it. So, but it's not like a smooth pavement. It's got some grit to it, and I think that.
And then it's just like the community center. Like I said, I took a gamble on doing that down there because we had the material. I knew that wasn't the town land, but it was like Stuart was saying, it was. But since we've had all this rain since I've done that, we don't have the wash down there that we have had. We've been able to curb that issue a little bit.
So this was part of a plan of like using that to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, because I felt like I should just ask them, what is your ideal solution? Because the material's down, and I could understand. It was scoop it up and put it somewhere else. None of this ad hoc neighborhood road maintenance, follow a plan, but if that was part of the plan to use it, then it is part of.
We use some of this material every year because the majority of our roads now, before I came back on the board, they would just lay another layer of asphalt on the road. But if you have a hole that is 6 inches deep, you layer another layer on it, within 6 months to a year, you have another 6-inch hole.
Right.
So I came and talked to the board before I came back on, and I said, listen, before you do the access road, you should grind it down and get to a solid base, because there are places on the access road, the pavement is this thick. So we ground it, we reclaimed it, got a solid base, and had it graded and had it vibrated, tampered, compacted,
Okay.
and then put new pavement over it. And it seems to be holding up better. It's more expensive to do a job this way, but with the cost of paving now, it's more feasible to do this and have a good road when you get done for an extended period of time.
Okay, no, I just wanted to be.
No, that's fine.
Another one I had to think of, Julie, is out at the end of Snow Valley Road. It's another spot where we did needed material.
Okay.
We just.
So if you want to talk about it more, we can discuss it more. But
No,
I know, it's a tough thing to respond to. I mean, no matter what.
but I
you
want
say.
to, and
and
I've seen you do
know
this.
more. You know more about asphalt now than you did.
I know more about culverts, I know more
There
about
you go.
asphalt, I know about.
So speaking of culverts, Kendall Farm Road culvert got replaced today. They started it at exactly 10 o'clock. It went well. At 10:45 I was up there, they had 75% of the culvert out of the ground. They got it out. I didn't have time to go back then. They said at 12:45 they were moving earth with their bucket loader, and the alternator split apart. So they had to load it into a truck, take it over and dump it. They opened it at 1 o'clock. And we said it would be open at 1. It's a little rough right now. They have to come in and do some work tomorrow, but the road will not be closed. So everyone can come and go as they need to. It went quite well. They had it planned out well. I don't know if they put the guardrail back up yet, but we're in great shape. Beth and I went out
last Friday.
Thursday or Friday.
Friday morning.
And hand-delivered a letter to every house on the road
Nice.
beyond the snowmaking pond, so that nobody could say they didn't know about it. We had one contractor drive up there today at 10:15. Well, I gotta go work out there. Well, you would think that whoever his house he was working on would have said, oh, by the way.
Yeah.
So he parked his truck and walked it. I don't know what he did, but whatever. So that was the only, as far as I know, the only car that came and couldn't get through.
And
So-
we went the extra mile because we actually took one over to Audrey's house since she doesn't live up there. And then we actually went to Lightfoot's because they have the camp, not knowing if, God, today would have been the day they did maintenance or,
So-
and you reached out to the Forest Service because that's their way out to their
So
property.
it went very well for closing the road that we did. When I called Keene today, they said, well, what other agency do we call if you got a problem out there? You call us, because we still have to go, but it worked out, we didn't have any problems out there, so it worked out very well. So that project will probably be done tomorrow or the
That's
next
great.
day. So, okay.
Do we need to discuss the email you sent earlier, Beth, about the lumpy transition at all?
In my notes.
Okay.
Pete, have you looked at it yet? Okay.
Yes, it came in to me. He's not the only one that has a driveway like that. I think it might be more complicated once I put two and two together with the trash incident and the complaint. That there's suddenly a problem now, but you guys saw the photos, so
Have you got
whatever.
it, have you looked at it?
I have looked at it, and it's common wear and tear. If this was a road that we had paved this year, I'd be more inclined to go up and look at it and fix it, but this is something we paved last year. They've had a full winter on it. I'm sure the plow has dug into it at certain times and stuff.
And as the water washes down, it washes the
Yeah.
gravel away from it.
And my suggestion to the board would be to shy away from running right up there to fix that, because you'll be opening up what I call Pandora's box.
Yep, everybody will want their
Everybody
apron
wants it.
fixed.
Yep. You know, I mean, I think this is a maintenance thing for the homeowner. It's not as bad as it sounds, in my opinion, after looking at it.
It's just a little chippy.
The problem is, this house is 20 feet in elevation below the road.
Correct.
So they're coming up on the road. The apron is 6, 8 feet long,
8 foot.
8 foot. And some of the dirt has washed off at the downhill side of it because as the water runs down, it washes some of the gravel away. So I guess we'll have to wait and assess it and see from
Yeah,
there.
I mean,
I honestly didn't look at it for that the day I was there looking at the garbage situation.
I mean, I would definitely send a response to him, since he has, I mean, he's probably gonna be waiting for a response. And just, I mean, my suggestion would be just say this is common wear and tear from winter maintenance and water run, and
So I'll make a motion.
that would be my suggestion.
Yeah, I make a motion, have Caroline reach out to the homeowner, respond to his email, and explain that it's normal wear and tear, and we don't plan on doing anything.
Link to our winter maintenance policies.
What? You wanted to say something? Speak right up.
You haven't said the second or anything.
Oh, I didn't, did we?
We motioned.
You motioned it? Well, who seconded it?
Nobody yet, they're waiting for you to tell them to.
Can I get him a second? We got a second. Any more discussion?
Yes.
What?
Jeez.
You-
So, maybe it's not about this. I'd like to know more about, you guys are referring to a trash incident, and I guess I'd like to know what's going on with
Okay,
that.
we
Please.
had a complaint from a citizen who lives in the area.
Okay.
And said there's trash all over this yard down there. It was in their yard. It wasn't in the complainant's yard. They drove by and saw this.
Okay.
So I got called as health officer and I went up and looked at it and I took pictures. And I took pictures out in the woods because there's trash out in the woods.
Yep.
The containers are just normal garbage cans, and they're all spilled over, and there was probably 5 or 6 bags of garbage in the
And
carport
this is still on Benson Fuller.
at this particular house.
It's the same house.
Is it the
Okay, so this is
It is
the
an
information
Airbnb.
that everybody needs.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I did not.
Thank you.
I
Okay,
apologize.
I
So
just
I
want
went
all
up,
the
and there are other piles of garbage out in the woods
bears come.
that I
Yeah.
took pictures of from a distance. I didn't waller out through
Okay.
there. But Christie called them because it is a registered
Right.
STR, correct?
So it was referred to by you and Stuart, and
Yeah.
I just didn't
And,
know what was
and
going
we-
And I
on.
sent the pictures in an email.
Got it,
I gave them
okay.
until tomorrow
Thank you.
with a notice of violation.
Okay.
Would you like me to pass the letter that I write through all of you before I send it?
No.
You can send, I would send it, but you, yeah, I would just send it.
Yes.
I'm just, I mean, it doesn't have to be very
Yeah.
specific,
Short
it
and
just,
sweet with a link, thank you for telling me about the
I
link.
mean, just a short and sweet like we discussed, it's just.
I have no more
wear
discussion.
there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had forgotten about that phase of it, but I was up there a couple days ago.
Okay.
So all in favor? We didn't vote on the
It was
motion.
seconded, but it wasn't
I
voted
keep
on.
distracting. I'm sorry. I have a lot of questions this evening.
So the motion is made and seconded. Is there another discussion?
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Do you have any access permits?
I do.
Okay.
So I have Phil Stumpf down. Stumpf. It's STUMPF. He's at 24 Snowflake Lane. He is repairing a culvert. Trevor has looked at it, signed off on it.
And it needs a culvert. Right?
Yes, he's actively working on it,
He's repairing or replacing?
replacing it, the one that was there.
Okay. You made the motion. Any
I'll
second?
second it.
Second it.
Chrissy seconded.
Any discussion? All in favor of Mr. Stump's culvert? Say aye.
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 I have another road issue that, it's a request that's come to me regarding the August 7th, 2024 minutes. It was a discussion about Black Cherry Ridge, Gleason Hill Road. The minutes reflect the select board and the public present at the meeting discussed the above roads relative to use and signage. They concluded that a sign was permitted at the intersection of Black Cherry Ridge and the Kendall Farm Roads, provided the sign read Black Cherry Ridge Road PVT for private. Motion by Isaac, seconded by Schwartz, unanimous. The highway foreman would order the sign. The select board also concluded the road was not a town road per deeds, but a right-of-way, open to the public access, therefore not allowed to be blocked off. The select board recommended owners along the above roads draft a road maintenance agreement.
Those were the minutes of the meeting.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Now,
2
now
years
Just to give you the background.
Thank you.
2 years.
Yeah.
So on 7:30, I received this request. Dear Beth, could a town official type a letter saying Black Cherry Ridge Road and/or Gleason Hill Road is a two-rod road as discussed by Stuart and Bill? My feeling on this is it's a private road. I don't think we should be making judgments. They should get, if they need a survey to clarify things, they should. They are in some kind of litigation right now. I don't think
Yeah, we need to stay
No,
out.
so my suggestion is that we do not act on this request, or we refuse it, or however you guys
He's
want to
already called
handle
me at
it.
my house.
This is
2 nights ago.
outside of our purview
Yes.
as a select
Yeah.
board.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's,
We're not getting,
So,
normally the stone walls kind of dictate what the right-of-way is. Well, these stone walls are about 33 feet apart. And normal 50-foot right-of-way, 3-rod wide, is about 50 feet apart. And that's how close they are. That's why I said it must be a 2-rod road, but I don't know it legally. But back in the 1700s, when they surveyed these properties, those guys were pretty spot on for these properties. I mean, some of this stuff is still right to within inches of what they said it was, and they used rods and chains. So I think it's a 2-rod wide, but we're not going to make a legal
That's-
decision on it.
I'll make a motion for Caroline to send a little note saying that we are not acting on this
Request.
request.
That it's, I would say also that it's outside of our responsibility, or our,
Purview.
Yeah,
or
it's a private
I like
road.
that word, purview.
It's a private road.
Okay,
Great.
all right, your motion was made
I
Yeah,
seconded.
and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Good, cool. Is that all your access permits?
that is all my.
You only had one access permit, right?
permit. I have no liquor license. There was something else I wanted to bring up, but it slipped my mind at the moment. So
Okay.
I'll get it back.
Okay, cool.
I know what it was. So, I took it upon myself to clean up all the garbage around this entire property. 2 loads later, it's all done, all the gutters, the old split rail fence, any trash that's around anywhere, it's literally just thrown everywhere. The window wells are full of trash from the building. So I didn't have a bag to put that little stuff in, so I'll get that, but everything else is picked up. There's 2 signs out back. I don't know if you and Derek know what they might be. They're red road signs, but they've got the gray and red stripes on it. I don't know if maybe they were out here at one point.
I'd have to look at it.
Okay. If not, I'll get rid of them. If we don't need them for anything, I'll just get rid of them. More stuff.
Well, him and I are looking at each other like deer now.
Great. I'm gonna then get rid of them.
Okay,
Perfect. Thank you.
okay. Thank you for taking care of that.
Yes.
We've talked about it. And Trevor's crew did take down the old signboard.
Yep. Thank you for doing that.
That's gone. So that's a great thing.
Did you have something, Caroline?
Town administrator update.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I was
Sure.
just gonna hand these out.
sure, thank you. All right, so Communications Union District appointee. Vote to withdraw from membership from the district.
So we were advised, because I'm supposed to be
At
on
this
that.
point,
At
you're the
this-
designee.
Yeah. If the select board decides that they no longer want Winhall to participate as a member of the Southern Vermont CUD, they could vote to withdraw from the district at a future meeting. However, if they want to remain a member of municipality, I would ask that they appoint a representative who is willing to participate in CUD board meetings 4 to 5 times a year.
I don't think we need to participate anymore. We've got the Fidium fiber here. Like, we're done. Everybody's got it, or they can order it.
Who gets this?
Me. I mean, I don't know if
so
anybody...
did you ask them if there was a reason we should still be in it?
Well, only there was a community-minded answer. In other words, oh yeah, you got yours, but what about the other ones that don't have theirs yet? It was
Well,
that kind of.
and isn't there a fee to belong to this one? Or is that something else I read? That was
There were-
something else I read.
In the beginning, there were 2 different agencies. There was Deerfield Valley, and then there was this Communications Union District. There were 2 separate things, and they were both vying to be in control of this thing and wanting to tell the agencies when and what they would do. The Fidium came in and wired our town pretty much, most of it. You've now got cable, right, Stacy, or internet, even though you had a problem with it?
Oh, yeah, I still have it,
The
yeah.
wires on the ground?
No, I took it, I got that fixed.
But the majority of the town has been made
Yeah.
accessible to the internet. And I just don't understand that it's our having a representative on this is going to do any good for the rest of the Communications Union District.
So what you can do is vote to withdraw from the district at this meeting here. As we're sitting here, someone could motion that.
So I make a
And then
motion.
we would be out of it.
I make a oh, sorry, Julie, go ahead.
My one thing was, there was a lot of federal money that was poured in to make sure that everyone was able to get internet I don't want us to lose out on that if there's anybody who's still like you needs satellite.
But that's a lie. They wouldn't even service me after they were here that night and said, everybody in the rural area is gonna
If
get
there's
it. They told
electricity-
me there was no way they were coming to my house. Absolutely not.
But that wasn't the CUD, that was.
But I would never switch, I would never go with the cable now, never. I will never leave Starlink. It is spot on, it's strong, it doesn't go out. Ice storm, I turn the heater on, it melts off. It's not like an old satellite dish, I would never go back. And it's cheaper, it's $120 a month. And I get unlimited, plus internet. TV and internet. Then I can load up anything. I can load up my Prime channels on there. You can get Netflix. You can do the Hulu.
So
I just wonder, I just don't want us to,
make other towns lose out on it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Because
like-
we're not going to get anything out of it, but by not being still involved in it, are we making it so that other towns might lose out on it? I
I'm
guess.
one person. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but you're a town administrator now.
Right, but I'm one person amongst, I don't know how many people.
So why don't you, if you wouldn't mind, do you have someone you can contact about it?
I have, yeah, I've
So
spoken to.
would you mind talking to him and say, hey, if we bow out, will it affect other towns' chances of receiving assistance on
is
this?
Fred still,
What's that?
Fred still there?
Fred
No,
Schwacke.
Fred is still around, but he might be somewhat involved in these, but not to the extent
But-
because he now has internet.
But I want to ask him, he was the one who did all the research on this.
So Fred Schwacke, if you don't have his email, but you should enlist his email, just let me know and I'll send you a link
He's the
over.
one who like
Was
pushed,
a big pusher.
yes, us being a part, we used to be a part of two, and we ended up choosing one that looked like it was better gonna serve this area. I think if he says, no, you don't need it, like,
So you can reach out to him. If you can get a hold, let me know, and because I hear from him on a regular basis. So why don't you try reaching out to him and see what he suggests, and if he says it's okay to drop out of it, then we drop out of it.
No,
that's a very good suggestion.
Don't want
Yep.
us to,
Yeah,
Mess up other people.
yeah. No,
Right.
I think that's a great idea. Okay. I guess the only other thing we want to do, is there anything
We can
personnel
do-
policy?
Yeah, I'd love to actually, because.
You got anything?
Oh, I just got two things on my list.
Go for it.
And then I want to see the personnel stuff. You guys received a letter from Doug about and I would just like that reflected somehow in the minutes or something. I just think that's-
I don't know if we should write a letter to Doug, because he's the one that orchestrated this whole thing. You guys did great, everything pulled together, but he's the one who actually overrode the whole, or made it work. So I don't know if we want to have Caroline
I think
draft an
that-
eloquent letter to him.
Yes.
Thank you for all his work.
Well, because
Yes.
he had
There's a lot.
he had to send letters to every parcel, basically, telling them what was going on.
Multiple times, yeah.
Multiple
There
times.
was a lot.
So he did a great deal of, no, it's not, well, it was a great deal of effort on his part.
Yes, and then he also had to go back in and change all of the tax appeal information so that we could get that mailed out and Debbie could print the bills, which have all gone out.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody gets their new bill. Smile now while you can.
And if you.
Go ahead.
And the other thing is the Todd Hill driveway. I don't know, Stuart, if you've been up by it, seen what I did up there. The one that's.
I went by it 3 days ago, and it had not been done, so you cut it off.
The other day, yeah, Kenny went up yesterday and cut it off with a grader. I have been in there and ditched both sides of it. I have had conversations with the owner. He's very hesitant, but I told him exactly what the plan was. We have executed the said plan, and so you guys know, we have cut the end of the driveway off. So there's like an 8 or 10 inch step now to get up into his driveway, to get our road back.
Yeah.
The little water bar I put in does seem to be helping, and we'll just keep an eye on it from
He
here.
hired a contractor who did a
Thank you for
not a
doing
terribly
that.
good
Can you say
job.
the name of the homeowner so I know what property you're talking about? or the address of the property?
I think it's 69 Top Hill.
Let me look, I can actually, because I took photos.
I think it's 69 Top Hill.
I mean, I don't see why we can't say who it is. I mean, so,
If you know the
so it's
name.
Morgan's, it's owned by the Morgans.
Yeah.
And I'll give you that,
That's
give
good
you,
enough.
that's good, you don't need the address?
No, I just
Okay.
don't know what you're talking about.
So it's a really steep driveway and that used to just go up and kind of plateau right there and be short. They've now gone up in and like made some steep thing up the side of the mountain. Because it was so far up to the house, there used to be a covered walkway with a little chain that you could hook your food on or whatever, and like a cable, you pulled your food all the way up to the top. So they tried to get up there with a vehicle now, and it's never gonna work. And it's all washing out. They should put macadam on there.
I don't think it would help it.
No, probably not.
It's the water issue, but that has been, we'll just have to keep an eye on it, see what happens. You know, if he goes through and does it again, I'll just have to go back up and cut it off again until he fixes it proper.
Or we have to move on to doing other stuff.
But other than that, that's pretty much all I got until the next meeting.
Great, thank you.
I have two tiny things.
We also
Should
need
I
to do
wait?
the access road model that was added on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We have a thank you letter from the snowmobile community for allowing access on the town's property for the snowmobile community. It was a great season. They are having an appreciation luncheon on Saturday, this Saturday the 8th at approximately 2 p.m. And they are inviting everyone. It is at 9288 Vermont Route 9. Woodford. So that was a nice thank you note that we got. If anyone would like to see that.
They're a great club, they do a good job.
And we got a letter from Liberty Tree Society. It's a nonprofit organization offering a 20 to 30 foot tall American Liberty elm, a 10-inch by 6-inch cast bronze memorial plaque commemorating the signing of the Mayflower Compact and its signers, and a singing of the Mayflower Compact framed print for the display in the town hall. Do we want it?
Why not?
Where are we gonna put it out?
Yeah, where are we gonna?
That was my question.
Because is it the elms or ashes that have all been devastated?
Ashes.
Ashes, okay, elms.
We could put it over on the property line, out like past the septic. That one apple tree we're gonna lose anyway.
I mean,
It
it's
does
your-
seem a really appropriate thing for a town hall.
I think that's kind of up to you, honestly. It's.
I mean,
You live here.
I do live here. I'm gonna start putting my bathroom stuff in the shower. Well, after this morning having a cold shower, I'm probably gonna just come here. No, I got it fixed. The guy turned the tank off. We'll make a motion that we go ahead and get the tree.
Then we'll have to determine where it's going to be put.
Yep.
I think that requires a little more
I'll second it.
input. Motion made and seconded to accept an elm tree. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye. Okay. All right. So are you prepared to talk any about
Yeah, I'd love
personnel?
to, because I'm trying to,
Hi, Deb.
I don't believe this.
Oh, yeah, the bills, we forgot.
And the reserve funds balances.
Okay, great, Debbie, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm not that.
Okay.
Thank you.
so this is just, I think you guys know, I've been sort of stewing with all of this to see how it's gonna unfold, and I thought I might as well put something on paper just to get some input. While I'm
Here, you want to give this one to Derek, and then I can share with
Yeah.
Stuart?
I'm giving it to. So the top chart is a chart that we had, is what we had before it got changed to the recent one. That's what you're seeing at the very top. The one below it is one that I have been looking at or considering and thinking that it might be worth really considering as a transition chart.
Would you repeat that?
Yes.
This is the old
Okay.
one.
This,
So-
This
this,
is the new one.
This one up here on the
Yeah.
top is the chart, is the CTO table prior to the existing table. This is what changed, where we went from this to
To
the
this.
current table. No,
Okay.
no, not to this, no, to the one in our current policy.
So it wasn't 2019, it was 2020.
It was, it was so this top table came to fruition in 2019.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, so
Yep.
that's when,
Yep.
or actually, sorry, it got changed from this in 2019. So this is old.
Okay.
2019, the
Changed.
personnel policy I handed out to you that's
Yep.
still
Yeah.
in play in 225, it was adopted 2025. There is a policy in there, and it's considerably higher. Probably should have just given that.
So this one is 2019.
This one is 2000,
2019?
like, it went through 2019. It
Okay, and-
changed in 2009. No, this is one I'm proposing.
Okay,
I should have put the other one.
Nope, that's okay.
what I
Just
was
to be
thinking.
clear, that's what I thought.
Let me see if I
but that
have
isn't more.
hold everything I can give you.
So,
It's confusing.
I don't have the current policy in front.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay,
I will
great.
give it to you. I'm pretty sure I have.
I know you gave it to us before, I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
apologies. Full of excuses.
Christie?
Yes.
Did the 2014 policy have the 3 sections as well?
Did it have,
Did it
it
break
did
down
have the 3
salary
sections, and I
employees,
took,
hourly
yeah, I
employees?
took I'm trying to take one table for everybody.
Which one did you take from 2014? to the top?
The bigger, the one that was more,
Salaried employee?
that was, yeah, the one that was the salaried employee one.
Thanks.
Give me a second, I will get you. Here is, okay, here's my copy. This is the current one. Let me see if I have another one that I can give to you here. You guys can share. This is you guys have it over there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the current, what,
This guy. This guy?
yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, the
Okay.
CTO, which is the combined
CTO,
time
yeah.
off.
Yep, so current, do you need that, would you like the current?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
It's
I'll
the
see it.
sick time.
Okay, so, all right, let me go back here to this. All right, so the top table, this one was 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. In 2019, it changed to what is current today. I should have put it on here and I didn't put it on here. What I'm
so
trying to do.
does this show what's on here, what is here now?
This is, right now, this is the one that is for salaried supervisors, and this is for full-time people. That's the current right now. This is the one that was for salaried. This table is this table prior to 2019. So I'm trying to, what I'm trying to do is say, I'm not exactly sure how this went all the way to this, just saying, just not sure. I don't think it goes all the way necessarily to here, but I think this is like the somewhere in between with some caveats. So the second table, right, is one that I would like to work with and hear your thoughts. The difference, a big difference, is that with the current policy, we don't pay for any holidays. With what I would be proposing, we would pay for these holidays, you would get paid automatically. There are 11 of them. So it's like adding 11 days to your, annual day count, I think is one way of looking at it. And they'd be automatic, and whether you're working or not. If you are working, you would get double time for Christmas and
For the hours you worked or for,
for the hours you work on. If you work on Christmas Day for 4 hours, you get paid for those 4 hours, even though you're already getting paid for all of Christmas Day.
This says time and a half on your sheet.
It says, yeah, so it has, so there's, yes, so other than Christmas Day is 2 times the regular rate. So there's a time and a half and 2, I actually think it should be 2 times on a holiday regardless, but I'm,
So number 4 says for works on Christmas.
What
If you
about,
look one line down.
Christy,
Right.
what about if they're on salary?
you should still.
Okay.
I think on a holiday, it shouldn't matter, because your salary, you're working 40 hours a week, so if you're working on a holiday, I think you should get that in your paycheck. It's just the difference is you're not doing it as a CTO, like you're automatically getting, paid for the holiday whether you're working it or not. And where that comes from is the Manchester policy. They pay for the
So-
holidays automatically. And then
That-
they do, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, it's
I'll let you finish. I'll try to remember what I'm going to say, though.
Go ahead.
So, years ago, when I was on the board before, we were not paying holiday pay for New Year's, President's Day, 4th of July. And there were 6 days that we gave them at that point because
Right.
they were not being paid for that as base time. Just as in general.
Right.
At that point, we gave them that, okay? So this was something that came about 40 years ago
Right.
for those 6 holidays, and which we thought was appropriate. Now, how many are we going to now? 14 days?
No, there are 11 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm just saying that, I'm not trying to confuse the issue. I'm
No.
just saying that those
Confuse it.
6,
This is the time to-
those 6 came in at that time
Right.
because we felt that they should have some,
Right.
and then they got paid again if they worked that day. They
Right.
got paid for that day anyways.
Right. And I think that people should get paid for that day anyway, for full-time or salaried.
No. Okay.
If they're working, they get paid again. If they're not working,
Then they got paid
they got
once.
paid. And it doesn't, and if they're on vacation, which it says down here farther, that day is not, that doesn't come out of their CTO because it's a vacation day, like it counts as a vacation day, so they wouldn't have to claim it as a CTO because it would be automatic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think there should be a maximum cash out, which this is very different. This is than what it is now of 80 hours annually, because now, especially, and it's tricky because I know like you two and Scott are over 20 years, so it's
Not yet, I'm close.
well, you're good, but it's.
All right, you're down in 1019, dropping right down
But
here.
it's, like there's, I wrestle with it. I mean, I understand things change for sure. It's not like obviously you get paid for all the hours that you have, but the accrual rate and, the cap are different. And so what I'm trying to do though is find something that's more generous than most. I've done a lot of work on this. I promise you this is more generous than most. But I'm aware of that it's been like this for certain people for a long time. I do think that, it's still being able to cash out 80 hours annually has value. There's still, I think, in this second chart, good vacation, time. There's a lot of days available for vacation. Then you add the automatic holidays. And then if somebody is hitting, I think I wrote it down on the second page, because you get that, so if you're working on a holiday, that would come in your paycheck. That's not something that's like like you get paid for it at the time that you did it. We do want to encourage taking vacation time. So the last number 9, employees allowed, you can carry over any unused vacation up to your maximum bank as of June 30th each year. And then if you've already cashed out 80 hours and you have, more than 30 days that you can't carry over, you can, so you can, for $50 a day, you can cash those out. It's a discounted rate, but it's not a nothing.
$50 an hour or a day?
day. So it's like use your vacation time, your personal time, cash out the 80 hours, and then if there's stuff that's left over, then it's, and that came from that came from Manchester, but Manchester capped it at $300. I wouldn't say that capping it makes a lot of sense, because I think it's, yeah.
Which is encouraging people to use some of their
Well,
time.
it's encouraging you to use some of the time and it's just, but I think, so what this does is it makes it a lot more predictable for the treasurer, for the town. There are some parameters that I think are, more reasonable. I mean, the big one that was tough was the two giant ones, standout ones, were the idea of 240 hours, being able to cash out 240 hours annually. Because that's a pretty substantial bonus on top of, a salary, and a salary is designed to be the salary. And
That's basically 6 weeks of
it's
pay.
and the accrual rate of 496 hours annually is 12.4 weeks of time off, so, and that's pretty substantial too. So I'm trying to come up with something, and I know
You obviously spent a lot of time on this, and it's mind-boggling.
And I
It's
have
mind-boggling.
other stuff too, but I needed to start somewhere, and I know this is probably one of the more sensitive pieces of the personnel policy. I think other things are probably, like I discussed with you, I think that we hire our people because of what they bring to the table. So I get, when you're first hired, you get X, you get the $800 for a bachelor's degree, $900 for a master's degree, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that should be annual. However, if you are recertifying your, EMT at any level, or if you're doing something new that you're bringing, to the table in terms of education.
If you've gone from a
then there
bachelor's
should
to a
be-
master's, then
Yeah, then I think that there is an education incentive. I think it has, the training that Jake is at, that would.
Yeah, it would be difficult to define, and
Yeah, but,
monetize. And
right, yeah,
Because
well,
we
I
have so
think.
many different certifications and trainings and levels.
And so maybe it's a conversation to try to figure out if there is a bracket system that makes sense, that it works or not. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like, oh, well, if you have to, if it's like, to me, the EMS is easy because it's every other year you have to put in at least 72 hours or you lose your license, end of discussion. Like, it's really straightforward. I don't know if there's an equivalent in PD or any, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know, but I would obviously want to understand more about that kind of thing. So this was meant to be just sort of where we were. You guys know where we are because you have the current and an idea of where we could go. I did do, I have looked in Manchester specifically, trying to see what they do. And I mean, I have it right here, like the way they start with their vacation days is.
Yeah, we just have to be, and not that you're misrepresenting it in any way, but people just need to understand that the way we do things, the numbers that you see in these charts are going to be different than your typical union contract or something like that.
Right.
This is combined time off. This is not vacation time.
Right.
This is vacation time.
Sick
This is
time,
personal
time.
This is sick time.
Yes.
And when you look at most union contracts with police departments, they're getting, an additional 12 days of sick days,
So
throughout the year, which adds up to 48,
Right, so the way Manchester
96
does it,
hours,
not with, I can't quote PD specifically, but I have the Manchester one right here for how they do the sick days. You get 8 sick days. If you don't use them, you get $50 a day, or you can carry them over into another year. Sick leave.
And they get 12 a year, right?
They
One a month, I think is how it goes.
Yeah, sick leave, when I use it, or where is it? That's vacation leave. Vacation leave is For the purpose of this section, let me just see, 18 more during included per diem.
So, can I ask a question when you,
Yes,
after you
excuse me,
figure that?
Eligible
Yes.
full-time employees will earn 8 days of sick time each year, prorated based on your start date during your first year of employment. Such leave will be awarded to employees in a lump sum at the beginning of the fiscal year. And then it has a part-time and seasonal that worked more than 20 consecutive will accrue 1 hour of sick time per 52 hours worked. Any accrued sick leave will be forfeited at the time of termination. Accrual carryover limit. Employees are allowed to carry over unused sick leave to the next year up to a maximum of 320 hours as of June 30th each year. Incentive pay, and it's sick leave specifically. The town shall pay an attendance incentive pay on or around June 30th equal to $50 for each full sick day accrued but not taken during the prior fiscal year, provided that such attendance incentive pay shall not exceed $400 for any employee.
So the 1 hour for every 52 is the,
Strictly sick time.
yes,
Yes.
but it's also Vermont earned sick time. So that's following Vermont protocol as far as that goes.
Christie, was there a difference between the town of Manchester employees and their police union contract?
In the police union
Okay.
contract, I'm pretty sure there probably is, but
Okay, you were citing the
yeah, I was
Manchester
citing the
employee.
town
Yeah,
employee.
okay.
And I am
It's
aware that there
it's
are
obviously a
some.
very complicated situation.
Yeah, and I am aware, and I do appreciate, I have the PD, and I'm aware that there, may be some differences that are very PD specific, but what I'm trying to have, I need to have a starting point, you know what I mean? Like, and I wanted to hear, how does what do you think of the fact that, you get the holidays paid, so we wipe that off of the CTO thing, like, it's just automatic, and if you work it, you get it paid, for the hours you work at your rate, and it comes out your check, right, it doesn't, just goes to your check, into your next check, and it doesn't matter if you're full-time or you're salaried, because in the end of the day, if you're, working 40 hours a week, you're working or you're working a holiday, you're working a holiday. Like, I don't think and I think there's something to be said for having one chart, ideally for everyone, although, again, there might have to be some tweaks that are specific to PD, but I have to look at that a little. I just needed to start
So it's a
somewhere.
very complicated
Is there,
system.
you have 11 listed here. Do we have 13 right now?
Yes, but I don't, but I know,
I don't know
I'm
what
not,
ones are missing.
the ones that are missing are
They-
Bennington Battle.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And,
important.
Yeah, considering it wasn't fought in Bennington.
I'll be working that day.
Yeah, these are ones that you would get paid. Anything else, if you want to work it or don't work it or whatever, it's just, these are the ones where they're like the paid day off.
Well,
And then-
probably there's a Hallmark Day or something that got thrown in there.
We can figure them out.
No, yeah.
So in years before the 2019 change, what was the accrual rate of the sick time? Because that was where the change came, correct?
It became combined.
Right.
Time.
It's
in
the top graph, correct, Christie?
Yeah, but
That's what
this-
the old
Yeah,
one-
that's the old one for
But
the, yeah.
that does not include sick time.
Right.
Hold on.
And I think that's why it went to the new system, that's why the
That's
numbers
what-
were so high.
That's what I understood.
Somebody tell me what the current system is. I have so many papers.
Right here,
Th-
this,
This,
This one is? Okay.
yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because combined time.
Okay, I missed that part. Okay.
And this is the cap of CTO.
My only
Not
question, Christie, is, it highlights
Mm.
Christmas, but I've always been an advocate for Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving for at least the highway department, because
For the double time. I
because
agree.
their family big, I mean, the rest of them, let's be realistic, I mean, most of the ones in the summertime.
Yeah, I agree, and there may be,
Like
again,
President's Day, it would be nice, but it's not as
Right, it's
family
not the same
orientated
thing.
in my eyes. I'm sure Derek's got different, because his guys are scheduled different.
You're right. I mean, when we talk, if we're gonna make a difference between holidays and just a time and a half and double time, I think you're right.
Yeah, I
Family
think it
holidays,
should-
everybody wants
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Valentine's
I think that, I think the big holidays should be the double time.
Valentine's Day is probably the other one.
No, the day after Thanksgiving. I just looked it up. One of them is the day
Well,
after.
it's my anniversary too, so it's like a double holiday.
But that's what I see. I mean,
Right.
it's a great gesture. I mean, and then we have actually discussed that before, and even I had the conversation today, Christie, about having the town just take the holidays out of not have us take them out of our bank. I mean, that changes it a little bit.
Yeah, and then so it is, so in the 2000, and I have it here, Julie, I'll read to you, paid time off, because their table was the PTO table, which is what you're seeing. The purpose of paid time off is to provide eligible employees the ability to take time off from work with pay. PTO may be used for vacation, holidays, or to attend to personal business. The town of Winhall recognizes the importance of work-life balance and believes that the PTO process provides maximum flexibility to its employees. So it does include in that table.
But the accrual rate wasn't very high back then. It was a lower number.
Yeah, it was well, so this,
And I think that was all state
this
push,
is
wasn't
weekly.
it?
I don't know.
I think it was.
I had nothing to do with it.
I don't think so, but.
No, I don't, there was, I don't know,
As far as the state
I was
goes,
laughing because I was looking
by
at
the way.
your hieroglyphics on the back of the page.
Maverick got my, Maverick got my copy.
Nice.
And I was like, no, wait, I think this is the signed one. I don't know if I gotta take that away.
he has been getting nothing but, no, we can't give you that information from anybody he's talked to. So
Right.
he was gonna go over and see somebody personally and hasn't had a chance to yet, so.
But, I mean, I'm obviously open to hearing any input.
Of course, no, I'm just
I mean, I
following
have
up on
been
that part.
scouring all over the place, and then and I've talked to people that I know who are, who manage, who are very aware of how these plans work, and I've heard such a range. And the goal is to make it more palatable for the town, for the taxpayers, but also to remain generous because we want to keep good employees and keep people happy. I mean, I understand that. I'm not trying to, I'm obviously not trying to go for the max, bank of 240 hours as the national average. And that's not the goal.
Okay, so excuse my ignorance of just comparing these two sheets, and I know that I'm supposed to be looking here and here. This is PTO versus CTO?
Think of it all as CTO.
It's the same as what
It's
you
the
said.
Okay,
Yeah. Because even though they called it PTO on that top table, it included sickness, personal.
Okay, thank you.
It included everything.
so I guess that I'm just getting confused with, this is laid out completely differently than this, so I'll just have to compare the two.
Well, because the other one has got the part-time, the salary.
No, I understand the three
so
different charts,
Right.
but you also have annual, this is the, so it's just laid
This
out.
is accrual
Right.
allowed in the bank. This
So this is the
isn't
maximum bank over here compared to this column.
right.
Okay. I see it. It's just, so it is laid out differently, but not really. Got it.
Right. It's, yeah.
And then this is this.
Okay. And this is just, the annual days is just an extra,
Annual day, it's like, so if you,
That's
on the
on
second,
don't
on that second table, Stacy, the second table down on the sheet I handed you.
Got it,
Table,
yep.
right?
That's
So
when
year
I
one.
redid the work. But
So I'm in year one, okay? So I
Yep.
start with 25 days, basically, that I can have I start with 5 weeks vacation or 3 weeks vacation and 10 personal days or whatever it is.
Okay.
I mean, it does
or
have to
2
accrue.
weeks to cash out.
Okay,
2
all right.
weeks to cash out, but I have to accrue it. So
Yeah.
it builds, but I can accrue up to 200 hours in my bank in the first year. So it's like, it's just,
I see.
if you
Okay,
work
thank you.
backwards a little bit
Yep, I got it, yep.
because it's, that was the part where when I went to the 744 hours in the current policy, if you
Right.
go over to your
Yeah,
page
yeah.
on the right,
Yep.
at the very top, and I did the math on that, it's 12.4 weeks
Right,
vacation and whatever, however you want to break it up.
well, you broke it up for us the first time, so I was spoiled with that. So now I'm looking at this and I'm, I don't get it.
It's okay.
I got it now. I got it.
That's why I wanted to
No,
get
I
somebody
appreciate
to
that.
ask questions, because
Yep.
it's,
But then what you're saying is all the annual days, you should add 11 to that.
yes.
For the
Yeah,
holidays.
yeah, those are automatic.
So if you work them.
What's that? No, you get paid for them whether you work
If
them
you
or
so-
you don't. If you do work them, this specifically, there will be the ones where you get the double time. And I mean, as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking about this too. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking there are standout where you should get paid, you know, your regular
Yes.
rate, you know, and then there are a couple of those days where it's not as big a deal, so maybe it's time and a half. I don't, you know,
So
I'm
you-
trying to,
Yeah, sorry. So I'll use it just because Trevor's schedule's easier. They
Yep.
work 80 hours in a pay period, right? So if they're off on one of those holidays, that brings them down to 72 hours in that
Not
pay period.
anymore.
But they're gonna receive the 80
No matter
without
what.
taking any out of their bank.
yes,
If my guys work 84 hours, their
Right.
regular pay period, and they don't work Christmas
Right.
or whatever, any of these holidays, but they work their full 84, how does that work?
you mean, would they, because their shifts are 12-hour shifts?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to talk to, you know, Deb about the math, but I would imagine that you get paid your regular rate for your shift.
Okay.
If your shifts are 12-hour shifts, then they
Yeah.
get their 12-hour shift because they give so that they hit their
Plus-
84.
So they get their 84, they'd get 12 at regular time.
So let's use Christmas, okay? You have a guy who's, you know, usually working 84, but he's gonna be
Pretty
off on
complicated.
Christmas.
Right.
So he would
Extremely
have to take the 12 hours out of his CTO.
Right.
Now, he doesn't have to take it out of his CTO. He still gets his 84, but he's off on Christmas. But then you say, oh, wait, I need you, you come in. If he comes in and he works all 12 hours, then he gets his hourly rate for all 12 hours. If he works 6 hours, he gets his hourly rate for the 6 hours. He would get his hourly rate for the time he works on top of already getting the 84 hours.
But would they get the time and a half? Because he's got people on, you know, every one of these holidays, so are they gonna be able to get their time and a half with that?
I don't know. I'm
Would
trying to
that-
figure all
This
this
is
out.
still-
This is
Right, no, but that's, you know,
So
that's
this
why
is-
I like these questions.
This is a retail thing, and I've worked retail for a long time. So when you're on salary or you're working through a holiday, this is how I understand it to be. You get comp time. So if you work that holiday, you either get another day off. I mean, usually it's another day off, but I think if you work on a holiday, for us, you get your pay, and then layered on top of it, you get your pay and a half.
you know, that's what I'm asking, yeah.
That's what, to me, it seems like.
And that's what.
Because,
So, but then you're getting 2.5 times your pay.
right, because you've already been given this holiday. Part of what we're saying is, we're taking away some time, but we're also giving you these 11 days in addition. So you can't just say, okay, well, we'll just pay you again for Christmas, because that's not really time and a half, because everybody's gonna get Christmas Day off, except for the poor guy who's gotta work
Right.
on Christmas, right? Then he only or say he's working on Labor Day, and that's a time and a half. Then you really only get half your pay for working that day, because everybody else gets paid for that day too. Does that make sense? Unless you want to get into comp time, and then that brings in a whole nother thing. You add these days back in if somebody works them. They get time and a half and then another day.
Right.
So how would it work, let's say Derek and I both work Christmas, for instance? I mean, so we get we
You're
pull
already
our
getting
Christmas
paid.
Day,
You get
plus our salary, but do we get the time and a half too, or no?
You definitely get the time. I don't know if it's time and a half yet, but you
Yeah.
get the time for sure.
Yeah.
Even though you're salaried, because in theory, you
almost
already
be
have
double
your, so it'll be double time.
Yeah, double.
Can I tell you that in the last 5 years of working in ed tech, comp time is very informal. So between you and it's not written down, it's not, noted in your paycheck. What happens is you make an arrangement with your supervisor what day you want to take off. So it never hits the payroll system.
It's got, to me, on some level, it has to be cleaner, I think.
I agree.
I think that if you, again, that if you're already getting paid, either one of you, and, anybody getting paid for Christmas, because that's a holiday that we pay, if you work it, you get paid again. It doesn't matter if you're, salary exempt or if you're full-time, you should get paid because you're working it, and it should be in your paycheck, and it's clean. It's clean.
And it's a salary. If you don't work it, you just get straight salary
Yeah.
and it's
Yep.
like nothing ever happened.
Right.
You
don't
take the
have
day
to,
off.
you don't, yeah, exactly. You get the
Yeah.
day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's,
Yeah, for salary
Christmas
people,
is
just get the day
on
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas is on a Sunday, you can take Monday off.
Right.
If you work Monday, you get your extra.
Yeah. If you, whatever day you're getting, well, I did. You're putting me on the spot.
It's-
Because it's the way it works.
Yeah, I know. I hear
Because
what
it
you're
does say
saying.
observed on
It say
next.
observed, so probably yes. You probably would.
Like it's a Saturday, it's a Friday. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the things that would have to be
It's-
tweaked.
it's-
So that's
It's like-
actually a comp time.
That would be but you'd be getting paid. You wouldn't
Yeah.
be, yeah.
Yeah. But I
it's
mean,
comp time.
the comp time, the thing about comp time is that it doesn't hit the payroll in any way.
Right.
It's just understood.
But with comp time, you wouldn't get time and a half, correct?
You get that day, or whatever day, if you work the day when you didn't have to,
But they would
you
lose
get
out.
paid,
They would lose
but
out.
then
on
you
the
work
overtime.
another day. Yeah, there's no time and a half because you're just working. Yeah.
So, again, another way of looking at it, if Christmas is on Sunday, right? Generally, I'm supposed to work Monday through Friday, even though I often work more, but anyway. In theory, I'm getting paid Monday because Christmas is observed Monday, I would still get my salary.
You just get
Yeah,
Monday
I
off.
just get Monday off.
So that doesn't
But it
touch any
doesn't- it
payroll
doesn't really, yeah, it
system.
doesn't, yeah.
You just tell people
So
whether
you
you're
would get the
I
double
mean,
time on it, I think.
In number 8, just so I understand, and again, I know this is all just getting it out there.
This is preliminary.
So we have the cash out opportunities right now, the cash out of our CTO during holidays and quarterly cash out.
Right.
So this here is whether, we decide it's December and or June, you can cash out 80 hours annually from your CTO bank
Yes,
at your rate.
yes,
And if you
Yeah.
take 2 weeks vacation, or you can cash out 80 hours.
right,
Okay.
yep. So there's still, but it's a contained,
You just bring it from like 164.
you bring it down,
Possible
yeah,
down to
exactly.
80.
Or you bring it, yeah, from, when I go through the policy, like I said, you can get 240.
Right.
You guys might even be able to get more because of how you're, the 12-hour versus the 8-hour on the quarter. And so it brings the possibility of 240 down to 80. Yeah. Which,
But we,
a lot of places don't do that. I mean, and like a lot of places, Manchester, they'll give you $50 a day if you're going, that's it. They don't have like a cash out.
The police contract.
They might, yeah, and I will
Not that we should be different,
look at
I'm just
that
saying
more,
there are.
yeah.
That's okay.
I also,
We're used to it. We're used to it there. It's
It's out there,
So,
yeah.
and I know they're union too, so I know, I've gone through it, I was trying to get something that we could really, you guys could have
You've
comments
obviously
on.
spent a tremendous amount of time on this.
Yeah, so my other question, Chrissy, is do you have a timeline on this? And the question was, so anything over 370, you'd buy us down?
So anything, if that's
Or
where
would
you
or
are,
we
yeah.
if we just
So
keep
we
it?
would have, no, what we would do is, we would do, what I think we should do is that we would have a date that it would take effect, right? And then once it takes effect, anybody who is over where their maximum is, and so if you tell
So
me,
like right now, my maximum on this new system would be 370
right?
for another 5 months.
So you would get wherever you are, and I'm not exactly sure where you are, I have an idea, but you would get bought down, but you get bought down to closer to like 350, 340. You gotta have a little breathing room to figure
Yeah, well,
yourself
because
out.
what's going to be tricky with me especially is because April is when I start my 20 year. So
Right.
I'm max now at 370 according to this one, but April 1st I go max at 400.
Right, and maybe that would just be a piece of,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of curious if you had
Yeah.
how
no,
that
I
would
mean,
work.
I just know that, you know, you would get bogged down to a certain point, but you would have room to
Expand.
be able to expand, yeah. 'cause you
Take some
can't-
coins out of the coin jar and
Right, because then
Yeah, 'cause you
within
can't-
2 weeks, we're gonna grab
Yeah,
14
you're
or
gonna
15
grab,
more,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly, you're gonna, your hours are
Yeah.
gonna come right back, and then you're gonna be in a pickle.
So hypothetically, I mean, we're losing about 10 hours accruement a month,
Well, I mean, again,
roughly,
yeah, this-
which by the time you take the holidays out, I mean, am I seeing it right? I mean, do you understand what I'm?
I need to sit down.
Okay, but I mean-
Calculator and,
Because I think I'm like
I'm not gonna-
17, I mean, Stacy'd have to look at it, or you could, I think I'm like 17 hours of pay period or something like that.
Yeah,
At the,
15, yeah, 17.54.
yeah, so I'm about, so the new one, I'm gonna be accruing 14, so I'm on a pay period. So I'm losing roughly
well,
about,
I mean,
10 hours
apples
of
to
that.
apples, 13. Just-
right, well, I'm just going off, I'm going off the 20-year one.
Well, then,
But-
let's say 19, 14,
Yeah, so.
about 4 and a
Yeah,
half.
so about 10 hours a month,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, you know, that's,
So it's not, I guess, in my opinion, and Garrett and Derek, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's a huge kick. I mean, I don't think it's
I mean, the idea
earth-shattering
is to
nowadays.
keep, is to just have it be more
Well, I don't know.
predictable, more manageable, have people want to take some time off, because I do think a big difference is what you can cash out is different, for sure. And, you know, that's,
Well,
so
this-
what I'd like to do is to do another draft, but I'd like to, what I wanted to do is kind of be able to say, okay, can I take this table just to work with, I'll probably reach out to each of you individually with any questions, so I try to include them. Obviously, I would love to talk to you when I look at the Manchester PD one more closely, because I don't know if there has to be something that's PD specific, or I'm not sure. I have to figure that out. Do you guys like the one table, the
I
single
think it
table?
makes sense, I think,
Yeah.
yeah, longevity is longevity, regardless
Except-
of what your role is.
Wouldn't it be different for part-time employees?
Just prorate it.
Okay.
That's all I would do.
So my other question is, because it was brought up today, like major illnesses, like we had the one gentleman go out for a lengthy time. Yes, he drew short-term disability when he went out, but how does that work in his bank if he doesn't, and with this new lower rate, he sucked up a lot of his time and he'll suck it up quicker. Is this still gonna be set up with the borrow policy where if somebody has some, they can donate to another employee?
I mean, I think so in the current policy, if somebody's running low, they can borrow, or somebody can give them some of
Yeah,
their
I don't know the
hours.
legality of it, but.
Yeah, but, so, I mean,
It was just a question that was asked.
yeah, I don't know, I mean, I would, so what my goal is to basically draft a policy, and then the attorney will review the policy. If you thought that was something that you would like me to run by them, that is not something that I've seen in other policies. I'm not saying it should or shouldn't be there. It doesn't affect me personally, I don't think, so if you think that
Right.
it's a good thing to leave.
Yeah, I don't know, I mean, it's,
I
I
don't,
mean,
you
we've
know,
used it,
what's that?
we have used
You
it
have
in the
used
police
it?
department, yeah, we had an officer that had a terminally ill wife.
Okay,
that
right.
We all donated money
Oh,
to, so
yeah.
we could have full paychecks for a little
Yep,
while.
yep. So it sounds like it makes sense to leave
Or
it.
I mean, I think
You know,
that would
if
be a
it-
personal choice
And then it's
anyways,
a
whether we
personal choice,
allow
yeah,
it
exactly, yeah.
is one thing,
Yeah,
but
it doesn't,
it
and I
should
don't,
be
yeah,
a personal
exactly,
choice,
personal
yeah.
choice. I
If
agree.
it's available
If
in the
it's-
system.
yeah, it's
And
available. Yeah.
if others decide to
Yeah.
Yeah.
do
I think
it,
it's a nice
that's
thing
their
to have in there,
prerogative.
just in
Yeah.
case for certain circumstances,
Right.
but the town also has other things in place, like short-term and long-term
Right.
disability.
Of course,
Yeah, but I think that's a great,
But if
It's
we
a
could
nice
avoid
thing to
that,
have,
it's
yeah,
not-
I-
it was
I
nice to-
understand.
It was a nice thing to
Okay.
be able to do, yeah.
I like
I
that.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember
I
that
wonder
too,
what the
so.
accounting in the payroll system is for that.
I don't know.
Was that
I
done
think it's just
outside
a-
of payroll?
I think there were probably just manual
People will cash out
adjustments.
and give them
I think,
cash?
no, I think it was just I gave you 100 hours hours, he
Yeah.
gave you 100
How
hours.
do you do that?
Just out of your bank, it's just
How do you do that? You ask Deb to take it from one place to another?
it's whoever does
Be an
the,
annual override
Yeah.
in the CTO banks. I don't know.
yeah, it's not a cash value on it.
Right.
There's no
No,
cash value.
I
It's
thought
just hours.
I thought that was the way you could do it without, I can't imagine how she does
I
that.
mean, because we didn't.
Well, she's never had to do
You
it.
can do it, yeah, it was, yeah, listen.
You're just basically just.
Well, if they know how to do
Oh,
it.
it was Nicole who was doing it, yeah. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got to keep track of the hours anyway, so it's really,
Yeah, no, I think the biggest piece here is, when we talk about differences, is the ability to cash out. Because that's a hit financially for people that are taking advantage of that. Whether that's, something that continues, or, we move from that 80 hours, or, because you said from 240 to 80, whether it was right or wrong, it's still a difference in
it's a big-
paychecks from one year to the next.
right.
So that's something to consider as we continue to talk about this.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a great start, I mean, in my opinion. Definitely something to build on, and then that's huge, you guys being nice enough to not make us take the holidays out of our bank. I mean, that's a big,
Changes it.
yeah.
So on the old sheets, does it tell us what they're allowed to take? Where is the number of what they're allowed to cash
Cash
out?
outs.
On the
So
old
you
one?
have to go
Or the
through the
current
whole
one?
policy and the way it worked in terms of cash, I know, the inter-cash out was, you could, so not, other than PD, you could cash out every quarter, 8 hours. On a
Okay.
holiday, you could cash out up to 16
Oh, okay,
hours.
all right.
So if you add,
Yep,
if you worked, so if you add all that up, you get to 240.
okay, I see. Okay,
And if you add another 16, you get to 254.
all right.
I got 256, but.
256.
I was wondering if you were gonna catch that.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah, that's all right.
But you've done a lot of figuring there. This is because this has not been looked at in the system at all. We were never given any of this information before, were we, Julie?
You want to do that?
No, but I felt like we were told that this was what the state was going to.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I thought.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's where we were kind of.
but I don't know that we were misled because we haven't seen the state's.
Okay, then it seems funny that these other figures, if she hasn't found that the state says this is what it's gotta be, then I would say that it isn't what was,
I think it,
well,
You found a link that you said was different than what you thought it would be,
Yeah, we did.
you know? That it was, and it was a state something or other, so.
maybe she was going by union. Is the police union national?
There's a couple
State?
of different ones. I think a lot of the ones that I've looked at are the New England.
So it's regional.
okay, so, all right, I guess we've done all we can for that tonight, so we're at least got some ideas on the table, and nothing is in concrete yet.
Yeah, so
And
I'd
you'll,
like to try to,
Feedback from us, employees, supervisors.
Yeah.
They would send it to you?
yep,
Okay.
that would be great.
All right, cool.
Sooner the better. So I want to try to
Okay,
keep going while it's really super.
do we have minutes of last meeting?
For doing all of that.
Hey, Stuart, just one more thing so I can jet the access road mowing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm sorry, I just.
No, thank you.
What I'm waiting for, then I'm out of here.
All right, I got a call from
Hi,
Hunter.
Derek, thank you.
Night, Derek. I got a call from Hunter. He blew the motor on his tractor that he does roadside mowing with, and he's wondering if he can work out an arrangement with us to mow the access road. The way the policy reads is that Stratton is in charge, is responsible for summertime maintenance of the access road. Then they pay for everything else, halves with us. So I don't know. I said I would have to ask.
But Stratton pays for all the mowing for the access road. Yes.
So
they want to use the tractor?
No,
Or they want to I'm just asking, just
No,
trying to clarify.
I didn't even leave that, if we were going to do it, it would be with our operator. He said, oh, I understand, absolutely. So no, it would not be,
Just, okay. Good. That-
but that was as far as I went. I said, I can't say, we got to talk it over.
How does that work? Does Stratton then pay us or pay Hunter?
Well, that could be determined. I mean, Hunter called me about it
Right.
because he blew the motor on a tractor. He's got a $60,000 motor that he's waiting on, and he wants to get it mowed.
How long would
much
that
time?
take?
Yeah.
I'm figuring if we did 2 passes, it'd be safe bet 2 days. And that's probably far off. I mean, you could do more passes, more time. I think 2 passes would be sufficient for now, would be my suggestion.
That's better
For
than what they're
safe-
gonna do.
Well, for
Absolutely.
safety, because it's pretty dangerous up through there.
Yes.
Because you can't see the animals until the nose
If you
is
guys want
out.
to do 3
I
passes,
have
I'm fine.
experienced
Yes, you
that.
have.
I mean, I would make a motion that we go ahead and that we, take it on, figure out how we're,
I think Hunter should bill it at his rate and then
We get reimbursed.
for
Yeah.
that.
So can I have a little leeway to negotiate that and see, and a report back? But can I get a little bit of leeway to, because we didn't talk any specifics. I said, I don't want anything to muddy the water, but I think we should help
How do you
to
feel
keep the
about it?
road mowed back, and usually they do it, but this is kind of an unusual situation. I'd like to see it mowed back.
And I agree with Stuart, if he's come to us asking for help, I don't think it's a terrible thing. I don't think we should venture off the access road.
No.
I think that's gonna muddy the waters a little bit,
Yep.
Julie, but he is in a pickle. Hunter would drop.
Why would we venture off the
He
axis?
had mentioned some in High Meadow.
Yeah.
I didn't go there,
Not on
but I think if we got because it is our road, they do
Yeah.
pay for half of everything else, and I think we should bend just a little bit to make it happen.
Well, and other contractors have helped us when we've been in trouble with
Absolutely.
broken down equipment, and we should reciprocate that same.
Looking at Dusty's doing a great job. Can't get him out of it. Keep asking him, nope, good. So he's in it. I anticipate him being pretty much wrapped up with our stuff by the end of the month, within reason. I would not try to do this until after Labor Day, was my anticipation, because the end of the month, Labor Day weekend's up, people are gonna start coming up, so I'd wait until the Tuesday after Labor Day.
Well,
Go do
to be
it.
perfectly
Yeah,
honest,
he probably
I don't know
needs it
that we
now.
I would try to, I would rather have him do at least 1 pass, because we're gonna have a whole bunch of construction going on that road. And if we knock a bunch of it down before then,
Okay.
okay, that's what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
but it's whatever the rest of the board
And I'd
feels.
like to get ours done, in case something
Well, I know.
happens on the act.
So then he'd tell him, step it up, put it in second gear.
No, don't tell Dusty that.
No, because it's high at the intersections, it's
I understand
bad
that,
everywhere.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
so,
we'll try to get it before Labor Day, but
Yeah.
it just, because it's gonna be close by the end of the month. I mean, if we get done that week, even the week of the fair down there, it'd be perfect, just like, I think just a couple of days. Just do 2 passes, to get behind the guardrails and stuff. And we'll be able to do
okay,
it.
so do I need a motion? Can you give me a little leeway with Hunter to try to work out a deal?
Try again?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we give Stuart some leeway to do some negotiating with Hunter and with Trevor to try to get the access road.
And
loaded.
I'll advise you,
Yep,
we'll go
and
from
let us
there.
know how it works itself out, and probably get at least 1 pass sooner versus later.
Okay, so motion made and seconded.
Oh, you second, somebody second, I second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Okay.
Thanks.
Do we have
Your innings.
minutes?
Yeah,
And now I guess we have bills
and we
also.
have bills too.
Okay, we have minutes. Has everyone reviewed them for July 15th?
Yeah,
Yes.
Is there any problem with those?
no.
This is reserved fund.
Can I get a motion for those?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from July 15th, 2026 as presented.
I second.
Motion made and seconded to approve those minutes. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Then we have minutes for the special meeting of setting the tax rate. That was for July 30th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as presented for July 30th.
Motion was made
I'll second that.
and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, the minutes are done. Bills, I guess.
Yeah, I think this goes to Julie. Sign, and Stacy signs some of those. I think we flip through all of these.
Let's not do that one.
Oh, yeah, this is just a couple of things.
Oh,
Here you go, Stacy.
I don't know that we reported that the cemetery project is done.
Julie.
Oh, yes, that's what I was gonna bring up. I couldn't
I'm
bring it
glad
up.
I'm glad I saved you on that one.
We need to do anything? We need to approve these still, even though?
We have to announce it.
Okay.
Right, that was the one I did out of,
Yeah, you and I did
Yep.
it on whenever, I don't even know.
so the cemetery came out excellent. It looks so good. I think once Trevor gets the other wall and the little pull-off in there, that's gonna be it for a while until we do the headstone repairs, but he did an amazing job.
The
It does look great.
headstone repairer has come to look at it.
Oh, he has,
He
okay.
hasn't given me a price yet.
Okay,
But
fabulous.
he has been over and looked at, I think is it the Middletown or is it South Road?
Middletown is the one we just did the work at, and then Winhall Hollow is the one on South Road.
But is the broken stone, don't we have a couple broken?
So
I
there's,
think down South Road,
the one on South Road is twisted off its base,
okay?
but the ones in Middletown, I have some that are actually broken.
Right. He has not gotten back to me yet. He has looked at them and he's supposed to let me know.
Okay.
Did we ever get the tree down at the one in, Winhall?
Not yet.
Sorry.
No.
No,
It's all good.
the one at South Road.
Yeah,
We have not yet.
This way?
Weather hasn't been
Yes.
very good on the weekends, but
Fair.
I will check with him.
And I'm still waiting on a sketch of the key headstone for approval and letting me know when he's gonna have the fence. We could take that fence out anytime and get rid of it. But then when he's gonna put the new one back in.
So you gotta put that chain back up in the Chandler section?
The Molinelli section, that's a different
No,
cemetery.
I'm in Chandler at the Middletown, where he built the Chandler family had that special,
Up in the
Air-
back.
yeah.
Of the one we just did the work at.
yeah.
That's Molinelli.
I didn't know that was broken.
No, there used to be a chain that went around,
Oh, I know what you're talking about, yes.
because it's not there.
No, it's not there. We could look into
Too
that.
fussy.
We could probably just
It
do
might
that
be
ourselves.
silly.
No, I looked at that too, Caroline. I mean, that's something we could probably just buy the chain and do it ourselves instead of paying somebody.
Caroline.
Thank you.
so speaking of the cemetery project, it ended up being more, is that what I'm reading?
Well, it was a little bit, but if you look at the quote that's way down in the bottom, the original quote, I think that was like 14, so we're really not.
I thought it was 17. Well, how much did it come out to be, Stacy?
Looks like 8,789.
And then there's a supplement 1 on the next page, I believe.
So the initial contract says 5623.
It was more than that.
No.
Yeah.
I think on the bottom is,
14,000 more.
yeah, I think at the bottom is where the other one is at.
Got it. Thank you.
Is that where the supplement and everything is, or no?
No, that's just the total of 14.
Okay.
I see.
Okay. I
Okay, thank
thought
you.
it was somewhere.
Yeah, I knew we were over the
Is this-
initial like 12.
What is this, Julie? Is this the one for tonight?
No, that was the one you already approved.
Okay,
So we just have to announce that one.
okay.
What is
There was one
the,
that you needed to sign, the rest of us had.
Oh, then maybe that one you needed to sign still.
Okay. So Caroline, are you wrapping up? Or your computer
No,
won't
no,
get it?
I'm,
We have an
I don't need
executive
any, I don't need to do anything else before the end of the
We have an
meeting. I'm still
Yeah, we do.
recording.
It'll be really quick.
Okay,
It'll be
so-
quick, but we have an executive session.
So we signed last week the pay order warrant report 93414, and it was signed by a couple of the board members and has now been signed by everyone.
What's the total amount?
$58,286.62.
Yeah, that one you were just talking about the cemetery, I only put the 8,000. If there's an additional 3 that wasn't listed.
Oh, I think there's a supplement there on the back of it, Debbie.
She's listening to us. She's got this
I
one
know,
bugged.
I know, I think she does.
It did say supplement, but on the bottom it said the amount due, and it only said the 8.
Yeah, that's what's confusing.
That's not right, something's not right with that.
Is that in your file?
Because it should have been 12, or close to 12,
To Stacy.
Yeah.
and I think he had to do something extra.
Do you want to take that, this folder then? I know.
No, I'll just take the one bill for now.
You're gonna need to add it to the bottom of the pay order, because I only put the 8. I didn't put the extra 3.
Okay,
That's true.
thanks for clarification.
See how he wrote it? He wrote what was due.
Oh, and then the supplement was here?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, because we already paid him some. We already paid him some.
Right.
We
Yes.
do a positive?
Yes.
Right, so that is right, the 8's right?
Yes,
Boy, this is a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Yes.
there's the 14.
Number 5.
and there's-
correct.
That
Yes.
one bill.
Okay, yep, sorry. Okay, great, here's that, what's in the red folder. Okay.
There's actually another one if you want to announce that one, if you're not looking at something. We all signed off on that.
Okay, so we have a warrant report 93441 that was signed on 7/24/26, and it has been signed off, and it was for $3,588.12, and that has been signed by everyone now. Because those are done in the off weeks, so she can.
Is there a folder number 4?
Yeah, I think I have
Oh,
it.
okay, got it.
I have it. There's 4.
Thank you.
So it appears the guys are going to get home tonight.
Oh, good.
They supposedly are going to get out of Chicago.
Okay.
We've got 4 fire department members that are coming back from looking at the new fire truck.
So Caroline and I encouraged her to help me make an executive session today. The owl was being stored in that cabinet, which is extremely hot. So I cleaned out the last cabinet in the kitchen to store the owl and the laptop in there, so it's out of the way. Threw all the garbage out of there. That junky little wooden file cabinet, I think we should, everybody just throws their junk in it. I think we should just get rid of it.
Less clutter is always better.
Yes, okay, great.
Is that the executive session?
No. No, that was a personal.
Executive decision.
I've been cleaning closets and corners and collecting fluorescent light bulbs in here.
There's only 5 folders, correct?
Yes.
So I'm allowed to.
I cleaned out the personnel files
Yes.
in the metal cabinets in my office.
Oh, yeah,
and you can
yeah, fine.
actually run through the files now.
Yes, and thank you for cleaning the office. It looks so nice and welcoming.
Oh, thank you.
Soft lighting.
It's very soft, the quilts on the wall.
Come on, you guys all love the shades.
Yes, love the shades. Look, I pulled them all down in here so we didn't get reflection on the camera tonight.
Oh my gosh.
But they are really nice when it's hot out.
So are
I
you starting
struggled
to
reach that
change
one.
the names
Had to go up on
on
the
the
counter.
bills?
Well, I haven't, on the bills that I've processed, yes.
Okay.
But I think
Because
there are a
here's
lot of
Green
bills that
Mountain
I
Power.
don't see. What's that?
Because here's Green Mountain Power. still has done that, so you'll have to.
So those don't come through me.
Well,
Those
you'll
go
have to talk to
immediately,
Deb
but
about it and
I'll
ask
ask
her
Deb about it.
to tell you which ones.
Oh, yeah, Comcast is the
Yeah.
same way.
So we can get them cleaned up, okay?
Yes,
What
absolutely.
do they have somebody else's name on?
Got lists on.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a little while to get it done, but we'll get it done.
Is 4 over there?
Yes, I
Are
wasn't
you all
sure.
set?
I am, but Stacy, she's done it.
Yep, I
Okay.
asked her.
Yeah, I
So-
started with 4.
This is,
The-
you've seen the bills for tonight, which is for warrant 93425 for $109,664.75. Can I get a motion on
I
that?
make a motion to approve the pay order as presented.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to go into a very quick executive session.
I second.
Motion made and seconded to go into executive session at 8:07. Is there any discussion on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do I stay?
Yeah, I don't
You
care.
can.
but we had to talk about
Ready?
that stuff.
Ready?
All
Okay.
set. Okay.
See all of you.
We're coming out of executive session at 8:54. Can I get a motion for that?
I make a motion to come out of executive session at 8:54.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
So coming out of executive session, I'd like to make a motion to hire Dwayne Sherman as part of our road crew starting August 17th.
I'll second.
Motion was made and seconded to hire Dwayne Sherman. Believe start date is August 17th. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Great. Do we have anything else that we discussed that we have to, that we didn't make any decisions? We talked about stuff, but we made no
Personnel
other
matters.
decisions, correct?
Yep, correct. No, I think we're good.
We have taken care of minutes, reviewed bills. I think we're all set.
Yep.
I will see y'all in 11 hours.
Oh yeah, I forgot, Julie. I'm gonna go home and pack my suitcase in the meantime.
Make a
Okay,
motion that we.
motion was made to adjourn.
At
Second.
8:55.
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.